All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Poly by Nations. This is your host, M3, and Miss Polly, the star of the show. So, Miss Polly, how you doing tonight? Miss Polly, you
I'm
able to
good.
hear
How
me?
are you guys?
Okay, pretty good. You know, you was fading off for a little bit, but you're here now, so we're good. All right. Tonight's topic is about
No,
like
I'm
exploring.
good. I
Oh, oh shoot. Say that again, Miss Polly.
yeah, we're
Okay.
doing our continuation, sorry, of our little series, and this tonight on and it looks like on my last episode, different things to kind of look out for, lightly touch. To start to kind of familiarize myself with another nation. So I was gonna kind of talk about safety, which we already kind of touched on, but like safety, religion, culture, the law like that people kind of overlook sometimes if you're not very well traveled. So you definitely want to look at those things.
Got you. Okay. Let me give a quick shout outs to Miss Nebraska. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Nebraska. Hopefully, your day and evening is going very well for you. And let me crank up some music real quick so we get things started. Okay.
Right.
And we
Hi,
got the
Miss
we got the
Nebraska. How you doing?
and we got the pink, waves and all that. So definitely waves back to you and salute. Okay. All right. All right. So Miss Nebraska, I'm sorry, Miss Polly. All right. Um, so I know tonight we're exploring about culture differences, religion, and laws. So I wanted to start by
I
asking you.
am from Nebraska. It can be confusing.
I know, right? I mean, well, I think it's mostly because of the misses
Yes.
that starts off. So you know how it be. Yeah, in the Nebraska thing, it doesn't help. But my question is, like, what inspired you to come up with this topic to explore and learn about different cultures, religions, and you also mentioned in the title laws as well too. What was the motivation?
Right. Right. I think that some people, when they start the process of thinking about
Oh,
a lot of people who are interested in maybe even going visit, like they overlook at America, not familiarizing themselves with other places enough when they go places. They really should, um, they shouldn't get in trouble. Just a lack of just information. You remember like the lady basketball? I forgot her name, and forgive me. Big old thing. She was in Russia, and she got locked up for weed. And so
Brittany,
easily, just no one
Brittany
said
Randall.
anything to her. She probably just went there not knowing and got locked up.
Yeah. I heard a little bit what you said, Miss Nebraska. I mean,
You
God
hear me,
dang, Miss
babe?
Polly. Um, the thing is, like, unfortunately, like your connection, anytime when you're talking, it's very choppy. I don't know if you can hear me at this moment, but like it's very bad, like on your
My
side.
connection. Um,
Anytime when you're talking, like your connection is freezing up.
hmm. Okay. Yes. That's how much.
Okay. So she'll be back. See, this is Yeah, when it comes to I don't know what's going on with the internet lately. When it comes to I don't know, like usually even like when I'm on my cell phone, like I feel like the wire services like in America like has gotten worse. Like it's to a point that the bandwidth is like causing major issues, and Miss Polly's definitely not not the only one. I've been seeing like a lot of connection errors that's been going on, especially when you're doing live streams. But she will definitely be back. So I think that we probably will just stick with the pre-record shows because if the lives are not working, then we'll do that going forward and continue on. Salutes to the Intellectual SoapBox. Thank you for tuning in, fam. So tonight we wanted to go live because we wanted to interact with the chat and have a panel discussion later on. But right now, while I'm waiting for Miss Pie's connection to pretty much get reconfigured, either she has to restart her phone or her laptop or whatever. I'm just going to take it away for a bit because exploring different cultures, I think it's fun. You get to kind of get outside of your box and you get a chance to really learn what it's like, like putting your shoes on the other side of feet, And so, all right, here comes Miss Polly. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's a little better.
Okay. I'm sorry, apologize. Okay, I don't know. Hopefully it's okay enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But and tonight we're gonna have more people up here with me. So but yes, the young lady who got in trouble for taking a basketball player, and I'm really horrible with names, so forgive me. I know who they are, but
Brittany Grinder.
Yes. So just knowing simple rules like that, like just knowing laws and things like that, how long things are. Something here that we think, okay, you only get you might go to jail for 30 days. There might be years. So just knowing those kind of things when you're about to go into another country is just like one of the things you should just find out prior to traveling. It's just smart to do. Find out the local laws. You guys know that all countries, they just don't fall by the same kind of rules. A lot of them, there's not police officers, they are military. You get what I'm saying? So you need to be aware of those things so that when you do go visit somewhere else, that you're not getting in a whole lot of trouble thinking you're not doing a whole lot, but you're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was one thing. And then I wanted to talk about, other than the laws, the culture. So kind of researching. So like I said, we want to kind of make it more personal. So we kind of try to take at least those three: laws, cultures, and religion, and kind of pair them up or separate them out. So we have, for example, we can go into this. I don't know if you can pull up something. If you can't real quick, that's okay. So I was looking into the gentleman I've been talking to. His name is Shazad, which is an interesting name. Shazad. First off, we got to find out how to say the man's name. So I made sure I looked it up, the pronunciation, so I wouldn't just be, making up nicknames and all that. So you want to look into that if you're obviously trying to have an intimate, relationship with someone. At some point, you want to have, those little things down. Don't try to make up little nicknames or whatever. A lot of people use their full name, get their name, and then you want to also, because you talk about being safe, you also want to kind of, fill it out. So I get their names, and then I look up things about their country. So he is from Afghanistan, and I looked up when I first looked up there. I looked up like what the flag looks like. I know that sounds stupid, but I want to know what the flag looks like, because when I see it with other things, maybe it'll be like, oh, I know where that's at. You want to look up also on a map. I know this sounds ridiculous, but a lot of people, let's be honest, do not know where things are. And that is according to just going around talking to normal people. I told someone I was from Nebraska. They thought it was Alaska. Like, that is not the same place. so you want to make sure, if you don't know, don't assume. Check it out. If you don't know, this applies to people within the states too. I know a lot of us. I know I made fun of somebody in 3 Doors. I said, I feel like you had a 3rd grade education or 5th grade education because you didn't know where Nebraska was. You thought it was exotic. What I'm saying is today, if you don't know, I'm not saying you'll never know. Take the time, look it up. So I surely pulled up a map, okay, and I looked where it was at just to make sure, just refresh me. Where areas around? Is it near any, does it have embassies there? These are things I'm saying when you get closer to meeting with someone, maybe going to their location or them coming to you, whatever you want to do. I want to know if there's embassies there, where are they located at? I wanted to look up, like, actually, like, what would I be wearing? Things like that, because I know it's a place where he's not living there now, but I know it's, obviously it's probably his family there. So you want to look and see if he has, like their rules there is that women aren't allowed to walk around without like the full coverage. So they have to have the full mask on, not just the hijab. They have to have the whole face covered, all full body covered. So that's something you'd have to, be aware of. I think actually women are allowed out at a certain time. And if you are seen without, or, you're breaking rules, you can get fined. Now, I know that seems really extreme for us here, but these are things you got to know. So I'm like, oh, snap, you found out that that's a lot. So in my investigation, just find out the location, what you're supposed to wear as a woman in another place. That's important, especially if you're going to the Middle East. What areas you're in. Obviously, there's some people who are less, traditional, but in all forms right now, the law is a little bit more stricter. So you'd have to know that. Well, right now he's in Pakistan in 3, so that's a little different. But if you have family in Afghanistan, you want to know where they're coming from, so you can kind of get an idea of their mindset. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Let me give a shout out to the person that brings the raindrops that falls from the sky. None other than Miss Universe of Canada. Oh, I like that name. Miss Universe of Canada. She stole my thunder. Yeah, don't forget. I didn't forget about the sound effects. I was just waiting for the right perfect time. Okay?
I like it.
But she did says, right? Well, first she says, hello, everyone. And then she says, yes, be informed. When meeting someone, not only to get to know them, but also for your own protection, and let people know as much as possible.
That's so true. That is so true. Yeah, like I said, you don't think about these things. And that can be simple as just going, like you said, you're going to Canada. They have different rules there. They have different kind of money there. They have different speeds. Like, you look at a speed sign, it does not say the same as ours. Things that are so simple like that. Like, would you be able to drive? So now you might have to end up getting some better form of transportation or learning something new. You on the other side of the world, they drive on the other side of the road. Like, you need to be aware of what you're going into. It's just point blank. But a lot of people overlook it. It's so funny that we think that everything kind of revolves around us, and we don't realize that it doesn't until you're not here. Right. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, babe.
Okay, well, look, you did say like a handful, right? To the point that I have to slowly digest all this stuff, right? All this information, because I'm not like a passport brother where I've went through like a bunch of experiences where you go to a lot of these prominent countries and you are forced to train yourself to learn, to understand certain laws. There's one thing about traveling out there to a country just to visit temporarily, momentarily. And here's the thing: when most people they travel, usually they travel and they go to a fixed location where they show you the beautiful side of things. So you're still with your American mentality, right? Still surrounded by American-minded people in a small area. But outside the tourist areas, what is it really like? And that's where like you have to actually kind of put the work in order for you to really understand culturally how people's backgrounds are. Because basically, to make it short, you can't bring America into someone else's territory. You know what I mean? Otherwise, that's going to be disrespectful. And unfortunately, a lot of these people have been, from America, has been going to other territories, not really doing the proper research or due diligence. And then next thing you know, you're getting caught up and you're either getting deleted or they're expelling you. You know what I mean? Or let's just say deporting you back to the United States. So
right. Yeah, that can happen. You don't know what's going on, or you may not go home. To be honest, you may not go home, and that is like a really big situation. You got to. And I apologize. Sometimes, I'm having those moments where I just give out so much information at one time. But yeah, Americans do miss the breath. They do it a lot. They just believe that everything is kind of around us. And I'm not saying anything wrong about being American. I am American, and it's not like I hate America. But there is, because of globalization in America, we in America, we basically think that since we're a first world country and that a lot of people take things from us and everyone wants to be us per se, that it ends up it's like we believe that everyone would just let us do whatever we want. And we can just, we don't think outside the box. And we're not really attached to any other country that we interact with to a real high level. And that's even including Canada. I think we're not trying to go over there. That it's not like that. You go somewhere like France even. You're surrounded by multiple cultures, multiple languages, and just countries around you. I mean, people were sending their adult children. Remember back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, I'm just being honest, they were saying like when you got out of college in the 90s, they looked at a lot of people were going on trips to Europe. You backpacking Europe for like 3 months. Like these are real things people did because it's so much to explore and you're so close to everything. You don't have to go an ocean over to get a new culture, new experience. You can literally just get on a train. So just because of our location and the fact that we are kind of isolated to who we just are, we don't experience anything else. And then so when we go somewhere else, we seem like spoiled brat. And we are. But we are, but it's okay. Enjoy being spoiled. It's just what it is. But that's what we were talking about last show. If you guys didn't catch it, please check it out. We were talking about being safe, especially if we were talking about women who travel and, human trafficking is real. So there's things you can do to be safer. And we are going to include some of those things today because we want to talk about safety when it comes down to investigating, researching the countries that you're interested in going to visit and interested in maybe dating someone from there. So M3 does have like a clip or something, or he's going to pull up something we saw earlier, thanks to Miss Nebraska, TikTok that was available.
So before I play this, I got to put up my fair use disclaimer, and I have to read this BS for YouTube. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to read this off, okay? First of all right, Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, YouTube, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance of favor of fair use. Okay, so let me go ahead and I want to get back into it. So remember, everybody, okay, we do fair use for a reason because YouTube is definitely a stickler. And thank you, Miss Nebraska. Like, I thought the neon lights was definitely well fitting for that. So, all right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna play this off. Now, I will be pausing every now and then, so just for the sake of fair use, and we gotta give our commentary. Let's go ahead and get things started. He is a passport brother. Just want to let you guys know.
I don't know if they can hear it in 3 because I can't, but I can hear your music.
Oh, you know what? My fault, y'all. I forgot to turn the audio on, so that's my fault. But okay, let me give like a brief illustration. So again, like 30-year-old lawyer, right? Pretty much got deleted while traveling aboard in Chile. Now, why did he get shot? I have no idea, but we're about to find out. Okay. So again, this is fair use.
Well, he went to the U.S. Embassy to report him missing, but instead, he was dead in a hospital morgue. Chilean authorities telling the family Garvin, who, as you mentioned, was an avid photographer and a...
Mr. Nebraska, can you hear it now? Let's do a sound check. Let me know if you can hear it now, Mr. Nebraska. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'll do this if it's...
I heard it that time you did play it, though.
Okay, she says yes. Okay, so she can hear it. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get it started.
An explorer may have been wrongly targeted in a drug turf war. Eric Eugene Garvin visited over 40 countries, many with his older sister Naomi. There they are in Cuba.
He made friends very quickly with our hosts and her extended family and even some of the neighbors on the block. But yeah, he never had a concern about going out of the country.
But on vacation in Santiago, Chile, Saturday, January 14th, he was shot and killed, taking a picture.
January 14th. So you was deleted while you was taking a picture. Maybe this could have been gang related. Maybe it probably because, he's black. Or it could be because they look at him, and usually they look at Americans as we're flamboyant and flashy. So, and already, we're actually developing unfortunately, a bad rep. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's not a good look at all, But let's go ahead and continue.
From a father's perspective, this is the darkest day in my life. In my wife's life.
His father and sister flew to Chile to meet with investigators who are reviewing unreleased security video of the crime.
What they told us was that my son was innocently walking down the street. He paused for a moment. He took a snapshot of a building in a drug-infested area. And immediately following that, 3 gentlemen came across the street, grabbed my son, stole his phone, and they shot him 3 times. And he died there on the scene.
The 38-year-old attorney by trade graduated high school in Maryland and moved to Staten Island a decade ago.
Okay, so let's read the comments real quick and we'll continue. Miss Nebraska says that he was walking through a drug-infested, dangerous neighborhood taking pictures. She also says no disrespect to him, but it sounds like he didn't use good common sense and judgment, especially him being a lawyer. Now, it's one thing to have book smarts, but you gotta, especially as a man, you gotta have some street smarts as well too. Now, here's the thing. I'm not from the streets, okay? And I want to say I'm book smart, all right? But goddamn it, like, you know, I know my surroundings, okay? Anywhere I go, I have to look around my surroundings and pay attention to certain areas. And when you get that discernment that is telling you, no, maybe you shouldn't be by yourself. You should probably have some type of weapons and just in case. And, you know what I mean? Like, you scope around the area, but kind of like be incognito-ish. You know what? If you get what I'm saying. But you can't just be out here in certain areas, just be taking random photos. You can't be like a tourist, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, I know he likes photography, like they said. So, I mean, I agree, but you know, a lot of countries are very sensitive about photography too, and so I don't know if they did take something from him or not, or how he was shot. They took his camera, but the fact that they did it that fast, I mean, they could have been like something where they feel like he was taking pictures of something that they were doing wrong, or he may have not understood that he was right in front of, like, you know, children. Some people have a real issue with people taking photos of kids. It's all, you know, they're very sensitive, and since he was someone who traveled a lot, he may just now have just noticed something and just an accident, but like you said, it's just unfortunate, and that happened. Yeah.
Mr. Braxton says, when I travel abroad, I see a lot with Americans acting like they're still in America. I shake my head in a third world country. That I definitely agree to that. But here's the thing, right? I mean, yes. Overall, it just boils down to like basic common judgment. Because even if you was in America, and let's say, hey, you know, I want to take pictures of this place and that place, you still got to know your surroundings. Because let's say if I went to Miami, I see something cool, I'm like ready to take pictures, but I may be taking pictures of an area where now I'm sending signals to drug lords, you know what I mean, or other unwanted guests. And if I'm not strapping, you know, I'm done for. As you can see, people roll up in groups, and they roll up with their straps. So, and I know when you're traveling, you know, you're not going to have, like, you know, your pistols with you and all that. So you got to act accordingly. Let me go ahead and continue this video.
He lived a life of exploration and service, inspired by his dad, a former U.S. Air Force colonel.
When he was going to law school at the University of Maryland, he met a homeless guy by the name of Darnell. And Darnell had this growth growing on the side of his face, and he had no idea what that was. And my son said, hey, you need to go to the doctor to check that out, make certain it's okay. And what he ends up finding out was that was cancerous. And if it was left untreated, he was going to die. My son going to law school.
All right. So, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be insensitive about the situation. Oh, let's see, Miss Paul. I think you have an echo on your end. I'm not trying to be insensitive about the situation, but and it seemed like it was like a good kid. Don't get me wrong. I do know, like, when it comes to parents and loved ones, they will always paint like a perfect picture, like, you know, make it seem like their child was like a hero. I'm not saying that he was anything like that, but I just want to kind of point that out there. Because, you know, through my experiences, like, I knew people like who passed away, you know, or got shot or whatever. But these were like criminals, pretty much, you know, in my old neighborhood. They got shot for a reason. Not to say that they deserved it, but usually they'll say like, oh, like, Jay Blocko, on West Side, E40 or whatever, who used to carry pistols and pistol whip people. Oh, he was like the sweetest man. One day, like he gave like this guy like $1 who was in need, and in the story of that part. But anyways, I'm not saying this to like make fun of the parents, but I just kind of noticed that a lot of times maybe that's the way how they kind of grieve, by trying to at least feel like maybe he left a legacy and saved someone else's life. Mr. Breslow says people have all book smart but no common sense. Definitely. Not J Block and E40. Anyways, let's continue. God rest his soul.
He was using his advocacy for those who are often not paid too much attention to.
Gene, as his family called him, also worked with former Mayor de Blasio's office on community initiatives to reduce gun violence in areas like Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Oh, I want people to be more like him, right? I want people to make space for each other. I want them to be curious about meeting each other and about experiencing each other's cultures.
His sister Naomi asked me to mention that Santiago is a beautiful place with beautiful people, and authorities there have been helpful in this investigation and are hopeful there will be some arrests soon. But violence that has plagued parts of Venezuela, Brazil, and Colombia now spilling into the streets of Santiago. In fact, homicides in that city have shot up 40% in the last 6 years. Currently, there is not a U.S. State Department travel warning to Chile.
Okay.
Right, and you see how that's what I was saying. Like when you were looking up the locations that you may want to go to, as you can clearly see he's even if what is it 9 years, 40%. That's a hell of a lot. Usually, even when people say, "Oh, things went up," 8%, people are like, "Oh, that's a lot." This is 40%, and they said it's because of things from these other locations that they're spraying. And you heard all the names. There's Colombia was one big one. Brazil. These are large areas that people go to travel to. These are the top names you hear all the time. So at the end of the day, you have to know what's going on in that area culturally, through the news. I mean, there could be a whole war about to break out, and you about to take your ass over there because you think the tickets are cheap. And the reason tickets are cheap is because nobody's going over there, and it ain't going over there because there's something happening. So, educating yourself, start watching the news in those areas. And I keep saying it's Nebraska, me and her in the same place, where we were in the same place. But we do the same thing. I can tell because even though she's not here where I am at, I'm sure at some point she gets news about Nebraska. I get news from Florida all the time. I tell people in Florida, "Oh my gosh, hurricane's gonna be there Tuesday." And they're like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Oh, because things come on my phone still. I know the weather in Florida most of the time. It day to day. I know what's kind of going on because I used to live there. So it's just something that I have friends and family there. So if you have a person you're interested in living in a location, you should want to know what goes around their daily life, and that's just what it is. You want to know that that was really something I even noticed about him when I called him one day. He asked me, he goes, "Oh my gosh, I heard there was terrible snow in New York." If you guys remember the New York blizzards that had people frozen in their cars. He was telling me. And so as you can clearly see, that because I'm here, he took the initiative to just find out what's going on around the world, and especially in a place where I live. I don't live in New York, no, but it's part of the United States. And it was something big that hit the news. So just being aware of what's going on in those places, it's just really important, It really is.
Yeah, most definitely. Miss Nebraska, I just want, oh my gosh, I keep see, this is what happens when we have Miss Nebraska and Miss Polly from Nebraska all together. Now this is all Miss Nebraska's fault. You know what I mean? because Miss Nebraska in the chat, I'm reading her name while I'm trying to call Miss Polly, but she got me confused. Come on, Miss Nebraska. But anyways, Miss Polly, right? What I was about to say, ask you, right, is that, you know, are you ready for us to open the panel up for, you know, the fam to come up here?
Yes. Okay. So before we do it, do you want to do the last video, and then that way, so we do want to have another video while you're setting it up. I'll talk a little bit about it. So we were talking about safety again, not just safety, like I said, cultural, religious things. Also, like, you want to know the religions around that area. So you want to know, like, if they're Muslim, Islamic, just because, like I said, especially with the whole outfit, you have to wear that as a woman. That's kind of associated with the religion. You know, if they're Christians, what kind of Christians are they? Are they Catholic? Are they Baptist? They're differences. 7-day Adventist. You want to know. And then if they're Buddhist, all those things. You want to kind of get that information and start doing a little bit of research on what they are. And then, so we're bringing up the next kind of clip that is unfortunate too. We're talking about a lot of unfortunate things, and I know this is, so you can take a lot from this next clip. I don't want people to take the wrong thing from it, or what I'm trying to take from it. So it's an unfortunate event that took place, and it brought to my attention. But I was trying to show that it doesn't just happen with people going out, for us going to outside the country, but it also happens to people outside the country getting visitors from America, and that these things have to be looked at. Like, who are you really dating? Make sure they're not catfish. You know, like I said, one of the top things that people overlook is actually knowing a person, because obviously it's long distance. But, you know, like I said, having them video camera cam up a lot, let them walk around their neighborhood with you on the phone so you can see what that kind of looks like. See their daily life at different times of the day. These are things you can do for your own protection, not because you're being a jerk, but like if they have full other families. This gentleman may have, there's all kinds of things coming out about this story, but if the other person has family, if they're having other issues, the more you interact with them on camming up and talking on the phone, you can kind of get a little bit of help to figure out who they are. It's hard enough doing it face to face in America, but not doing it long distance in another country, it can be harder. So you want to take those extra steps and make sure you're protecting yourself, even if you're going there or coming back. So this story is about a young lady who actually lives in Colombia and unfortunately was deleted because of American. So we'll look at that one.
Okay. Now, you know, all due respect for you know, Kings of Dreams. So Miss Polly, like, you know, she pretty much wanted me to pull, like, you know, your fear up. So, you know, if you are, you know, tuning in and you are watching Kings of Dreams, just know, like, you know, we're sharing your video out of respect. And everybody, please make sure you guys follow Kings and Dreams. So let me go ahead. I'm going to pull that up real quick. And I'm going to do this right now. So Kings of Dreams pretty much, you know, made a video in reacting to, unfortunately, the man that deletes this Colombian woman. Let me go ahead. I'm going to put on full screen. And, of course, you know, just like, you know, with anyone, even with the fam, too. Hey, because, you know, YouTube be bugging, right? And they be tripping. So I still got to read this again. You know, copyright disclaimer under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teacher scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or purpose use tips in bounds of favor of fair use. Okay, so I hate to have to read this all the time before I do a reaction video. But anyways, shout outs to the fam. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, Bees, you joking, you know what I mean? That's why I put out the, you know, like the Bible, man, you know, keeps no records of wrongs. You know, I had to hit you, like, you know, with, the Bolo TV scriptures. You know what I mean? You know how Bolo TV be doing it? And Von Brian. Shout outs to like the people as well too. If you guys are tuning in, good peoples. Mr. Black says, and let's not begin to talk about all the American black women who were deleted by their husbands, boyfriends in 2022. Damn. Hold on. I'm not gonna ask that question yet, but let's go ahead and we're gonna play like a little clip of it. Preach Pastor M3. All right. So again, shout outs to Kings of Dreams. Let me see what he has to say. Hold on for a second. Okay, he's not.
Dialogue with Don in Bogota, and the relatives held him responsible, the boyfriend that is, for the crime because he was the last person to see her alive.
Also, Miss Polly, just to get clarification, was like anything like within the timeline of the clip that you wanted me to like to play?
No, there wasn't. I just wanted the general story, and then we can kind of touch base with anyone who wants to come up. That's fine.
Okay.
Just I wanted to have the general story of it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. Shout out to Johnson Different, the homie be producing good music, man, and be uploaded on YouTube, so definitely check him out as well. And then be easy, my homie deletes himself in Colombia yesterday. Oh shit. I didn't even know that. Yeah, my bad, be easy, definitely make your friend like, the homie rest in peace, we definitely need to talk about an issue that does go along with like, the community for men. He says he jumped off a 36-foot building. At least that was what the Colombian authority says. Well, let's say for instance, right, for people who was doing self-harm, right, self-deletion, like, we definitely have to try to crank in, man, into like, have some of these like mental health topics, because I feel like we talk about a lot of good entertaining stuff, but we don't really talk about a lot as far as like, mental health treatments. How could we deal? How could we form up as a group and help build each other up? Man, talk to a brother, say something, be like, yo, do something random, just something that's encouraging, even for the sisters as well too. Although women, they do have a good, a mental health group, but I feel like as far as for men, we definitely need that like a lot, So be easy. Definitely my condolences to you, to your homie, bro. Sorry about that again. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna play this.
She disappeared from Polos, which is the gentleman's name. His name is John Polos. He disappeared from the moment that the woman's body was found. In dialogue with the police, the driver from the in-driver, pardon me, my fault. She had a message, as I mentioned earlier, and then so the driver says they both were inebriated, and so she screams, "Oh, I don't know why I did that," to the driver. And if I'm the driver, right, and I was having conversations with other people in WhatsApp groups, and we were saying like the driver is not really trained for this type of like situation. And most people, like if you see like two like inebriated people and like I'm good, like I don't even know why I did it, like you know what I mean, like you may not think much of it, like unless like she really showed fear. And I guess he thought that she didn't really show fear. It's just crazy. And this guy was actually about to relocate to Colombia. So he was ready to leave the States and become an expat. It's man. Anyway, So he had good intentions. He met us, so he met the family, getting married, because he was with her for 2 years. He supposedly came all the way here, and the mom was just basically saying, I don't know what happened. He insisted that the American was not a bad person, but did admit that he was very jealous and obsessed with his daughter. Okay, so this is the father talking. Come on, Dad. I would have told to get out of there. Like if the dude is like too jealous like that, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. Like for all of my guys, if you got daughters, like, I mean, you know, see, and this is the thing, right? Here's the thing, because there's a difference between being in control and being controlling. So when you are in control,
I want you to pause the info real quick.
You are in control of the situation.
Okay, for sure.
Now,
Okay, so I was gonna point out, so like he was saying, like a lot of these other families too, and other countries, a lot of time the family is actually pretty involved in the dating process. A lot of people don't think that it's on both ends, because when you go somewhere else, a lot of people interact with their families different than Americans do. Americans, after you get out the house, you're kind of by yourself. You know, you may not ever. A lot of people here, you could date someone and not meet their parents for a year, and that wouldn't be that unusual. You may have run into their mom, or we heard their mom talk, but you never actually formally meet their parents for maybe 6 months to a year. That actually can very well happen, especially if they don't even live in the same state or whatnot. That's very, very normal. For other countries, that's not. They usually are very family oriented. And that's most countries. They're very family oriented, and they're really submerged themselves in family. You know, they're going to see their sister every day. They're going to see their mom. They're going to talk to their family. Their dad's going to know who they're dating. Their mom's going to, they're part of it. And a lot of times that in America, we think that as, you know, you're being, you know, you're too up under your mom and parents, all that. But at the end of the day, it's actually a form of protection too, especially for females. It's a form of protection, because you're less likely to be ridiculous to someone who has so much support and so much surrounding them. You think twice about it. I'm not saying it protects you all the time. You think twice about it, especially a woman who has her father heavily involved, who has her uncles and her brothers around. I'm just saying, if there's not a lot of males, even then, just, you know, there's a lot, you have to do a lot of finessing, and put on your best show if you're faking it, to say the least. But this young lady here, some more news came out about it, and because the gentleman actually was married, and he had like 3 children, and one is like an infant. So basically, like, even though he was saying he was committed to her and all this, you know, in fact, it may be that he actually had a whole other family, and he maybe was involved with her, but he had this jealous streak. So this story has a lot of layers, but the part I wanted to take from it is really just about safety on both sides. Us going to them and them coming to us. It's on both. It doesn't matter. It's talk about being safe and how the world's becoming smaller. And even though it's becoming smaller, cultural-wise, we are different. And we just need to be more aware of these things. And I think Americans are the ones who just don't take the time to be more aware of other things outside of America. Yeah. And that's just real.
Yeah, good case in point. And this is why it's good to do your part, fellas, you know, and ladies as well too. Stay vigilant, be alert, sober in mind. Be careful, taking drinks, you know what I mean, accepting food, accepting drinks, you know, like in other countries out there. Unfortunately, oh, you know, Mr. Brexit, I didn't send the link yet, but we're about to. Okay, I had to go downstairs. I don't know, no worries though. Mr. Breska, you know we got you anyways. If you missed the link, we'll definitely send it again. Actually, we'll pin it to the top. So when it comes to so there was like a video that Oshie Du Jackson had posted. and this was pretty much like maybe 2 months ago. And in the video, he was talking about men who travel, and so I don't know why people always be referencing passport brothers as men that just going out there to get girlfriends or wives. There's more to it than just what people typically really think. But anyways, I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, so he was warning people basically, like, if you do go out there and you're messing with women, like, overseas, just be careful. There are some, not all, but there are some bad apples that will actually drug you, put some perfume on, put a certain type of medication that's gonna knock you out. You know what I mean? And the point is that, like, we just want to make sure that you guys should be aware that don't get too comfortable when you're traveling out there to a place that you haven't really fully done research. And I think that's the problem. People don't do their research. They see the fantasy of it, and they're just ready to just travel without taking the proper due diligence to really take notes. And shout outs to the original passport brother, Kings and Dreams. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for allowing us to share your video. And we got Miss Nebraska in the building. Salutes to the corns, y'all.
Hello, beautiful people. Good evening. Good evening. I feel like I haven't been up here in a minute.
And it's all good, Sometimes, man, we take breaks, or we got other things to do. So, but it's definitely good to see you, Miss Nebraska.
It's definitely good to see you too as well.
Mm-hmm. So, Miss Nebraska. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Polly.
I was just gonna say hello.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Miss Polly is my sister from another mister. And we did not do this name thing on purpose. Like, we just met each other a couple months ago.
I don't know, man. It sounds like that's a Miss Nebraska.
We did not know each other at the time of our names, so this was not planned.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like a Nebraska type of thing, man. Especially like with the M to the Z. Like, I don't know, man.
I know. That's how in sync we are.
Yeah. So, So if I accidentally like get your names wrong, just know it. Miss Nebraska, it is all your fault. And I'm glad that in the chat you did say that you are taking personal responsibility for your actions.
I'll take the blame.
All right. That's all we need. Anyway.
What's up, Kings and Dreams in the building?
Yeah, definitely salutes to the brother, man, So, Miss Nebraska, all right. I know you probably heard like a good bit of it. What's your thoughts of exploring different cultures, the religions and laws, protecting yourself as a passport brother and a passport sister as well too?
Listen, I am all for it. I am all for it when it comes to enlightening and informing yourself and exposing yourself to other different cultures, learning about different where different people come from, how they live, their perspectives, religions. Like, I'm all for it. That's how we refrain from being ignorant. We learn about other people who does not look like us and don't live like us. So I encourage like all of my younger cousins, nieces and nephews to get their passports and travel. Now, I have to be honest, I don't understand the whole passport brother debate conversation that's going on YouTube. Like, I don't get it. Because my thing is, okay, if that's what y'all like, then go for it. What's the debate about?
Well, here's the thing. The debate is that like American women can't leave us alone. And when you find a solution that actually brings you joy and peace and tranquility, even if the motive is not about trying to find a woman or wife, you just decide that, hey, I just want to go out there, just to have fun, meet friends, see what's around the world. A lot of the bitter Betties, they don't really like that because misery loves company, and they want to make sure they keep you miserable.
Well, let me ask Miss Polly this. Miss Polly, have you?
Wait. Hold on.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Best. I got something for y'all.
Hold on. Now I'm doing a hold on. You know what I'm saying?
I've been wanting to do that for a minute. What's up, Mr. Best? Oh, Mr. Best, can you hear me?
He went on mute now.
I'm frozen. Okay, I was frozen. There you go. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I'm saying to hold on. Listen. All right, look. I'm just going to keep it G, all right? Because that's just what I do. Look, ain't nobody going overseas just to travel, all right? We go overseas, we're trying to get some ass. I'm just letting it be known. Ain't no man going overseas to see some shit. I'm just, look, come on, M3, come on. We're going to keep it G right now. Keep it G. Listen. No, don't do that. I know you're trying to be nice. You're trying to be PG. I know Mrs. M3 watching and all that. Man, damn all that. Look, if you go overseas, I don't care what marital status you are. If you go overseas and you don't bring your woman with you, you trying to get some ass. I'm just being honest with you. I'm being real. Like if your woman ain't with you, you're gonna be doing some crazy shit. Like everybody knows this. Like it ain't nothing to be known. Like when the girls take the girls trip and y'all go overseas, we know what's going down. We know y'all trying to get, the foreign exchange. You're trying to get the Mandingo. Look at Miss Polly laughing. She know what it is. Look, man, y'all know what it is. Like, let's stop playing. We adults. Let's stop playing.
No, don't put me in that. That's not true. I'm not agreeing to that. No.
If you take your girl trip to Jamaica, you trying to get with Amon. You know that. Amon, you know that.
Especially not Jamaican. If you be with a man who's Jamaican, you already know that they trying to get you caught up because soon you know. You try to bro. You should know that those men are serious. Those men know what they're doing. You gotta
please. The cap is real. When y'all take them girls trips, we know what's happening. You know what's happening? Y'all getting it in on the girls trips. As well you should, okay? That's what it's for.
I do have a question.
You're getting it in. Go ahead, go with your question. That's all I had to say.
So, Miss Polly, have you observed any women on social media or off social media who vocalize their issues with American men going overseas looking for women?
I personally have not. Now I've seen like YouTube and TikToks. I see some women do. I see there's like they say, but like on a normal day-to-day basis, no. Like I don't hear anyone complaining that men are just running away in droves. I don't. But
right.
I don't. Just being honest. I just don't. Like I see lots of men who are American men who are here and who want to actually date American women. They're fine with it. They just say, I just don't want maybe a particular kind of trait or a particular kind of thing that happens.
Right.
But I haven't seen that. And you're over there in Atlanta. I don't know how it is, but I mean, even in Nebraska.
I haven't seen that either. So that's why I'm confused on what's the big deal and debate about this whole passport. Brother, like if you feel like if that's what you want to do, that's what you desire, then do it by all means. But I don't see like American women griping all the time about American men going overseas. I mean, white men have been doing it for the last 300 years. I mean, we have Obama. His mom went over there and got pregnant with him. So, I mean, it's nothing new. But I just maybe I'm not, because I'm not engaged in the YouTube culture. Maybe I'm lost, but I don't know.
I mean, I know you're a Twitch kind of gal, but here's the thing, right? It just goes back to people being upset, right? Because Passport Bros found a solution. But
But
look,
who is upset? You keep saying people are upset. Who are these people that are upset?
And then what's the solution? What are you solution? You said they found a solution. What problem? What's the problem?
So the solution is problems with women and feminism, okay? But unfortunately, feminism still travels around the world because feminism needs company, just like misery loves company. And I said this already before, right? See, it's not about just always about the sex part. This is where passport bros they get a bad rap at. You know, some people they go there for just the personal experience. Some people go over there, right, because it's cheaper. Yeah, of course, like, you know, people want to get a piece of ass or whatever, right? If it's available. But more so, people want to feel where they feel like they're wanted, not where they feel like they're tolerated. And unfortunately, right, you know, you ladies, right, you know, you have other ladies, right, that has these bad attitudes, that is unruly, and none of you good women are actually doing anything to stop this madness that's going on. I'm not
Wait,
trying
I have to rebuttal in there. I have to stop you. Okay, this is my issue with this. Okay, I hear, like I said, I see it sometimes. This is the issue with that. Has anyone taken the time to say, who are these men referring to? If you guys like toxic relationships, okay, not saying you do, but if you keep dating the same kind of woman who is repeatedly trying to stab you because you ran off with Betty 3 nights, and instead of just leaving your ass alone, she decides to continue messing with you and then busting out your windows, and then you wonder why she's acting crazy. If you continue to be with people who are toxic and have no self-control, women who are always arguing, and there are some women who like to battle. They like to battle with their partners because they don't know how to communicate well. If you continue to get into relationships over and over again, and men usually don't repeat it, those kind of issues over and over again. They usually get it like once or twice and then they're done. So if you've been dealing with someone once or twice or 3 times maybe who are like that, are you self-evaluating yourself? And instead you may go online, not everyone does it. You may go online and say, oh, well, all these Black American women, but it may be just the hood rats you're dating. Maybe you're dating all the hood rats, and then you're saying there's no feminine women out here. Because Miss Nebraska, I have never met her, and I've lived in Nebraska and in Florida, and I feel that we are pretty feminine women. We may have, we might like to have a conversation or debate, but I believe that we are pretty feminine when we come to trying to understand and being very cordial with men. I believe we are. And so if we may not be like all the way traditional, I'll put it out there, but the kind of stuff they're complaining about, it's like, oh, they're always yelling. They won't let you pick where to eat. No, I hear a lot of women say, please tell me, baby, to be ready at 5:30. So okay, my question is,
Miss Polly, I gotta stop you real quick, okay? I gotta pump the brakes for a second, because it is the thing that you're missing out on, right? Y'all keep describing the Pookies and the Ray Rays. You're describing the people who can't even afford to even own their own passport, who probably have so many felonies that they can't even travel out anyways. So those men, I'm not even talking about. They're obsolete. I'm just talking about mostly like the guys, right, who's doing the right things, going to school, you know, the nerd type of guys, right, who are pretty much some kind, you know, you could call them the lames as well too. But when it comes to working hard for your life to build a legacy for yourself, you're looking for someone who can accommodate that. But when there's a lot of modern ideologies that's floating around and women want traditional men, but they can't really contain their traditional selves, then that is a problem, which people think that the solution is to go overseas. Because remember, the dream is that's being sold right now is that if you go out there, okay, you're going to find a traditional woman, even if she's Black, just like you guys, okay, you're going to find someone like her, but traditional. Now, although I'm not saying all this stuff is factual, but right now the majority of people believe it. Some have powerful testimonies of traveling overseas, and unfortunately, the ones who are butt hurt those are the ones who are complaining, and they're trying to sabotage and slander the passport movement, when really it's all about you finding your own happiness and your own comfort. It's like,
well, M3, that's what I'm saying. The men who are educated and all that. I just want to know. I'm not concluding that. I'm just asking. Those same men are the same ones who want the Instagram model to be traditional. First off, when you saw her, she wasn't traditional. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're not
confused. Housewives.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying, because a lot of us like I know you guys see me dolled up. People say that a lot, and I do that for on here. To me, this is like an interview. This is a job, okay? But when in my day-to-day life, I don't wear all this crap. No, I don't wear this half the time. This is what I'm saying is that if you're out here and you're trying to get an Instagram model, and yes, you went to school, you're educated.
Gorgeous, by the way, Miss Polly.
Oh, thank you. But you get what I'm trying to say? The same men you're talking about, they're trying to get an Instagram model to all of a sudden change up and not show her body, not try to get paid off views, and then you're upset when she's not traditional. She was never traditional to begin with. So were you looking in the wrong place? And I'm not saying it's every man out there, but you have to self-evaluate. Was I looking in the wrong place? I like a thug because they look like a thug. This is for women too. I like a thug, but I don't understand why he doesn't want to just be with me. He want to be with everybody here, because you're looking for stability in a man that's not stable. Why are you looking there? Go find someone who goes to school, who wants to do things with their life, who wants to be stable and only with you. We're looking in the wrong places for people that we want. So you look at, okay, this is what I see. I see big booty titties. I see her looking very attractive, but I don't want to share her. Why are you looking at someone who's obviously wanting to share themselves with everyone? And I mean that even with people who want to date me, when they come in, they're very, very jealous. I say, do you really want to date someone like me? Because I am going to trigger everything. So it doesn't make sense to even talk to me. And I've said that to many people, because you're putting yourself in a situation just because you like me, just because we vibe is not enough. You can't stop being who you are. You got to reevaluate. So that's what I'm saying. So my question is, a lot of these men who are going passport, and they're the ones displaying that they're upset about women hating on them. My question is,
who are the women hating on them? I don't know. But whoever they're referring to. Oh, I'm serious, M3. Like, I've been on TikTok. I have not seen these women that they're referring to. Who are and where are these women that are so upset?
You're not in the algorithm for them. That's why. You're not in the algorithm. You're hood rat, and I'm just saying that's true. I'm not in the algorithm for a lot of stuff because I don't look at it. So if you're not looking at someone being a hood rat and snapping their fingers and all that, well, you ain't gonna see it. Those are the ones they're complaining. But why are you over there then? Come back over here with the good girls, baby. You're in the wrong place. That's what I'm saying. Come over here where a woman wants to take care of you, who wants to make you dinner, who wants to give you a kiss on the forehead when you don't feel well. Come over here.
Okay, where we're going
over there. You need to open up your eyes and start looking somewhere else, because you look in the wrong place. Wherever you're looking, don't go there. Go there.
She just want all the men. All the men wants to love them. That's what she feels.
Don't go there. Go to Starbucks. I don't know, but you're going to stop going to the wrong places looking for your wife. She's not at the gas station in the hood. Take your ass somewhere else and find her. She's not there. Okay? Go to the library or something, somewhere boring. That's what they tell you. I don't know if you guys knew that. They'll say something like, if you want a man who's working hard, all that, why are y'all out here trying to find a man doing some weird shit? Take your ass to the what the hell that called? The hardware store. That nigga work hard. We need him.
What in the world?
How is that? Wait, hold on for a second. Okay, I know you use that as a lame analogy, right? But when you mention library, how that's gonna sound like?
Go to the library. I don't know, man. You like girl who reads?
I love a man that loves to read.
But I gotta whisper to you. I don't want to be loud. Wait, what's that? What's sexy?
A man that loves to read, that has his own library.
Right.
That's very sexy to me.
But see, here's the thing. A lot of us, we could read, especially like reading like, books like this. But guess where we're at? We're not at the library. We're at home. Okay? At home. Okay?
If you have your personal library at home, that is still sexy. We are in the technology age, so we understand that you can order books on Amazon and so forth, and you can have your own library at home. That's perfectly fine.
But you missed the point, right? The point I'm just making is that you're not going to find those type of men because those men are at home. Okay, you have to go out to find those men. So when you mention a library, look, this is 2023. All right, I'm surprised libraries are not obsolete yet.
Oh my God!
Anywho, have y'all watched the show Have y'all seen that show?
What show?
Have you guys seen the show Love and Lockup?
No.
I watch that stuff.
I barely watch TV, to be honest with you.
Well, it's a certain portion of some Americans who prefer to date and marry, pursue men and women who are behind bars for their own personal preferences and reasons.
Is that what you want to?
Huh?
Is that what you want to, Cornhusker? Is that what you're looking for?
No, but I heard that's what you looking for, though. That's what I heard.
You must be out your mind. You must be out your mind. You must be out your mind. You must be out your mind.
He said, "F a passport. I want a girl with a record." Okay.
Yeah, he want a girl with some stripes.
Nah.
Look, Mr. Best, feel free to play the hold on anytime you want to, man. It's in the archive.
I'm gonna relax for now. Let me get the little shots off. I'll shoot them down when I want.
You shot first. I'm shooting right back.
It was a question.
I have the Megatron gun. I have the biggest gun. I keep telling you.
I find it very hilarious when I watch some of those episodes and the women are complaining of these men that just got out of prison. Oh, he doesn't have a job. He's not. I'm like, are y'all delusional? He just got out of prison for serving 20 years. I'm like, and some of these women have kids and they bringing these guys into their home, moving them into their homes with their kids, don't know them from a can of paint. And yeah, this is like, in a way, I'm glad this is being documented on TV because this is the kind of stuff that like we hear in the news sometimes, or we hear about, in family or friends. But this stuff is now being documented on TV. Like, these people think this is like normal. And I'm like, am I the only one that think this is not normal?
It's not. And I think it's even, it shows how desperate we're getting. It gets chosen.
I couldn't understand what y'all were saying. Y'all were talking at the same time.
Go ahead, Mr. Best. I think he was saying something first.
Yeah, Cornhusker wants some thug on the low. That's why she's watching the show. She wants some thug on the low, you know what I mean?
I think you.
She's scouting, you know what I'm saying? She's scouting, you know what I mean? Trying to see what. Look, I'm bad enough for everybody.
That's one of bad girls.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to project what you want on me.
I'm not projecting anything, you know what I'm saying? You're scouting. You are scouting right now. Cornhusker is scouting. You know what I mean? Listen, if you're in prison right now, look, find where she at. Look, you become pen pals, all right? She ready for you. Write her a letter right now. All right, you ready right now for y'all. That's why she watching. She's scouting. She's ready for y'all right now.
You want to know where your girl is at all times. We get it, Mr. Bear.
No. No
I know where my girl at.
No priors. I know where mine is at too. No priors.
Wait a minute. Did you just say that he has to have an ankle bracelet on his woman so he know where she at? Is that what you
Let me go ahead and just put this out.
I don't need none of that. Look, I don't need none of that. Look, I don't gotta do none of that. Cause yeah, once you I ain't gonna. Let me relax. I'm just gonna say I might lay. Once you have once, you're gonna have it again. I'm gonna just say that.
I just have some questions.
Put a baby by me, baby, and be a me.
Okay, so this is real stuff though, because there are women who actually like to date men who just got out of jail. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It's because they can manipulate them because they know when they get out, they have nothing. They have to depend on them for everything. And so they feel like they can watch them because they can't go anywhere because they're on parole or whatever. And they can't do anything. And there's women who actually are predators and they seek out men like this. And those men are just waiting to hop the boat and jump out the car while it's driving. Right as soon as they get with them, and they don't care what they look like and all that. And like Miss Nebraska said, I've seen that show a couple times. There's a larger lady on there, and she's like over the top. She's like, I got cameras in his grandma's house so I can see what he's doing. She didn't got an Apple phone for him and got all the stuff connected to her so she can see what's going. It's like if you're that possessive and you think he's gonna leave you that bad, like that's sick. These people are sick. And this is what happens, and this is how someone gets killed. It's crazy. You are sick. You are sick. You need to go to a therapist. And then, I'm serious. That's sick. People are sickos. Women and men who have to put stuff on their boyfriend's phones or girlfriend's phones to see where they're at. If you don't trust someone that much, why are you with them?
Well, you know, Miss Polly, like the new trend is on TikTok is like everybody's putting these hidden cameras in their cars or, you know, in their televisions or whatever, and so they can keep an eye on their boyfriends and girlfriends, and then they make a TikTok about it.
Oh, but some people they like that. They like to be in that type of relationship. Some woman wants.
Hold on, can you put Lady E? Keep the last comment up.
Sickos. That's what the hell that is. You're sick. You're toxic sickos.
Yeah. So Lady E says like a lot of these so-called traditional men want their women on their ankle bracelet.
Yeah,
you know, like that type of stuff too.
Like them ankle bracelet women.
E, come up here and show me your ankle bracelet. You know?
Ooh.
Go ahead, Mr. Best.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't think that's sick. Why? And that's what I say. Like, why you want to be in a relationship with someone who you just over and over again are toxic to each other? Like I said, the guys and the women who do this thing where they're like, or they say, this is the thing I hate the worst. Where a woman's like, oh, I hope if you have another woman, I get it, but like, don't let me find out. What?
You mean like Wendy Williams?
What you mean? You might as well just be Polly. You might as well just go ahead and be Polly and just let him be him, and then you just sit quiet and stop stressing.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's too much.
Me, keep it on the low, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore.
Oh, sure. You got skills.
I know, but he's still putting handcuffs on women and locking them to the bed before we go to sleep. That's too much. That's too much. You gotta be above that. You gotta be able to trust your partner to do the right thing. And if they mess up, trust that they come tell you they messed up. That's where you need to be, not stalking people and trying to. That's too much. That's too much work. Don't y'all see? That's too much work. I gotta go to work. I gotta take care of people that I had gave birth to. I don't got time to be chasing your ass around. That's one less thing I need to worry about. And if I got to worry about it that much, we can't be together. That's how I feel about it.
I agree.
But my thing is right, Ron. Okay, this is my thing, right? Look, here's my thing, and it's more for men than it's for women. I understand why women just get so uptight with this. Like y'all don't understand a man's mind and his emotions and everything else. Like, we don't be caring about the other chick. Like, we don't care about them. Like, I'm telling y'all that verbatim. We don't care about her. Okay? If she get hit by a car tomorrow, we be sad a little bit. We'll get over it. You know what I mean? We don't care about her. We don't care about the other one. All right? We don't care. You know what I mean? She's just there for the moment. She's not there for a lifetime. Y'all just don't get that. Y'all don't get it. You know what I mean? We're not trying to have no kids about her. We ain't trying to take her home to see our mothers. None of that. We don't care about these other women. We don't care about them.
If you don't care about them, why are you indulging in them secretively? Why won't you just leave them alone? What's the purpose of just having someone sexual and not caring about them when you know they care about you?
No. They don't care either. A lot of times they don't care either. That's why we don't care, because we know they don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, they listen.
Oh, and is that why they come to your house? Is that why they come to your house and break your windows out because they don't care?
Hold on. You don't see how these thoughts and 3 or 4s be acting? They don't care about nothing. They don't even care about their own kids. They leave their kids in the house by themselves. They don't care about anything. Okay?
They care about you. That's why they doing all that. They care about you because at the end of the game, they want a man. Because yeah, that's what they doing. They trying to do whatever they can do to get you.
All they want is some money, right? And they want the mandingo. That's all they want. And if you take them on a vacation, they may fall in love with you. But they don't care about nothing else. They don't listen. Listen. You can give them a good time and some fast food, and they good to go. I'm telling you, they don't care. Why do you think it's so many of them?
How do you know these women? How do you know these women? You went too far.
Already established that earlier.
Listen to thing, okay? You gotta be talking to. Listen, if you got any male family members, right? You should be talking to them. They will tell you what's going on out here in these streets. I got a lot of male family members who are out here in these streets. Let me tell you something. These women, these 3 or 4s, they don't care. I'm telling y'all that. They don't care. Y'all think they care. They care less than the men care. I'm just keeping it G.
I mean, I think that there are some women who are getting to the point where they don't want to be that toxic person. They don't want to get so revved up that they're going to bust your windows open. That now they're trying to get to the place where they just want to hit and move on and not attach. But most of the time, these women are still attaching. They're still attaching. That's why they're running around with tattoos on their necks and missing teeth. I'm just giving an example.
Not
Wait, Mr. Bass, answer this question for me. How many women do you know with a man's name tattooed on their body that they ain't with no more?
Not Krishan.
Okay, Miss Polly.
There's a lot of women like that. But they're accepted.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. They have a few guys they're obsessed with. Whatever. They're obsessed with a lot of dudes. They're obsessed with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, a lot of these dudes, right? Who cares? Michael B. Jordan. Who cares? Listen. Drake, we're gonna throw Drake out there. I know you hate that. But listen, relax in the comments. I know I said Drake, but relax. But listen, at the end of the day, all right, these women don't care, okay? Listen, they will go out and listen. That's why they love Jasmine Sullivan, who promotes his lifestyle of doing you and doing what you want. City girl lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's how city girls became popular. Cardi B. Don't look surprised because they on TV all the time. Megan Thee Stallion. The list goes on and on and on and on. You know what I mean?
I will say I don't promote them, Mr. Best. Like I'm not a big fan of. I mean, sometimes you can, but nah. Like I ain't trying to tell some man he ain't nothing but a stick. Like that's too much. There's a level. That's why I said. But those same women, men are chasing. So what does that indicate to everybody else? That you like it. You like to be abused.
No. I hate when y'all do that. Why do y'all always do that? Why you like it? This is what a man's for. You are choosing to be a 3 or 4. That has nothing to do with a man. You choosing to do this, all right? Stop trying to blame men. Stop trying to blame us. Right?
I didn't blame you. I just asked a question. If these women are so unattractive and you don't like them so much, then why is everybody a large amount of men? You say it's not, but it is. Because if it wasn't, then this wouldn't be something that everyone likes. Why is there a large amount of men in this family?
They're not trying to be wives. That's a funny thing. They're not trying to be wives, and if they are wives, you know what I mean? They're lying to the ones who
don't want to be a wife anymore. You told them they weren't a wife. They don't want to be a wife, but they'll sure enough fuck the hell out the husband. They'll fuck the hell out your husband though, even though they don't want to be a wife, and they'll keep doing it. Yeah. So then at the end of the day, you're basically feeding the monster.
Yes, they're monsters. We know that.
You're feeding them and you complain about them in the same breath. I'm sorry. I keep giving my money to the OnlyFans girl. She's a hoe. I'm not going to marry her. But you're still doing her. I'm just saying, some men do that. They feed the monster and they complain about how the monster doesn't want. It's so horrible, but you keep giving them what they're asking for. So then the women who are traditional, just like you said, why are these hoes winning? That's my question. Why does it appear that hoes are winning? Because men making it seem like that. No, you guys are making it that problem. Men who are participating in.
Miss Nebraska, please tell these men something. They act like they don't know.
Listen, you have them. You have all these A-list women in Hollywood, right? A-list and B-list women who are actresses. They 50, they're 60 years old, still single. You know what I mean? They still living single, okay? Because they want to do what they want to do. Listen, y'all choose to do what y'all want to do, okay? And then you should do what you do all the time. And listen, let me tell you something. All the women who live in them fast lifestyles, right? There is a man out there right now who would take care of them, but they don't want him. That's the problem. They don't want the guy who actually really would love them and take care of them. They don't want him. They don't want him, and they never want to mention that. And when you call them out on that, they get mad. They start making excuses. They start talking about a bullshit and a lot of lies. They don't want the good men. That's really the issue. They don't want the good men. I'm not blaming them for nothing. I'm just talking about their character. They do this all the time. M3 know what I'm talking about. They don't want good men. We all know they don't want good men, okay? There's a lot of good men out there. Y'all don't want them. Y'all don't want them. You don't want the plumber. You don't want the guy that's driving the bus. You don't want the guy that's working hard, or he may be the manager at a Walmart or the best buy. You don't want that guy.
Come fix my pipes, baby. My pipes are messed up. Come fix my pipes. I want a plumber. I want a scientist. Please come my way. I don't know what these other girls are on. This lane is open. Please proceed.
You just want everybody. That's the whole deal. You want everybody. No. I'm not even going.
Wow. This is from the man who dates women in prison. This is what I get. Wow, I want everybody. You gotta qualify to get on this plane ride, okay, sir? Not everybody can board. You need a good passport, and you need to know what you're doing. You can't just jump on this ride, sir. But according to you, don't do that.
But I'm gonna take a left turn real quick. So did y'all see my comment in the group chat? I finally found out who this infamous what's her name? Miss Pearly is that y'all been talking about this whole time.
Miss Pearly.
I had no clue. Yeah, I had no clue who she was, and then I came across that video. She did an interview with Jesse, and I now understand why her name come up a lot. So, I did watch the interview she did with Jesse, and she literally agreed with everything he said. Everything. Yeah. And then I went and checked some of her videos out. I didn't watch all of them, but yeah, I get it. I get why her name comes up a lot. I don't get it, but I get it. So is she pretty popular, I'm assuming, in these YouTube streets?
Well, she definitely has like 1 million subscribers over. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see her either, Miss Nebraska. I hear her name come up. I'll check out the videos like you did. I'll have to do that. But like you said, like I think a lot of this when we talk about I'm swerving back, but at the end of the day, I do think that a lot of times it's just mismatch pairs. I don't think it's women against men. I don't think we're all doing weird stuff. I just think it's just mismatch and that we're not looking in the right place. And at the end of the day, we can argue all day about who's doing what, why we complain. But if we're not looking in the right places, we're not going to find a match for ourselves. And that's really what it was down to. And if you think it's somewhere else, if you think you'd like a very traditional woman, there are very traditional women who aren't here in America. So, at the end of the day, I like you said, who's complaining about you going somewhere else? And that's part of this whole process of the miniseries is like, there are women who go outside the country. I know a few personally who date outside the country, and now I'm, considering it myself because someone came to me and just was interested in me. So this is something I think is just changing, and that we have to accept that it's not just Black men, it's not just Americans. We're all starting to look around because the world's smaller. Because now we don't have to just be like, I have to marry someone in my hometown. I don't have to marry someone in my own state. I can marry someone outside of my state who thinks like I do or agrees with what I do.
I would say military people and white people have been doing it for the last 300 years. Like, it's nothing new. That's how Obama got here. His mama went over to Ghana and got turned up. So, it's been going on forever. So that's why I'm still lost why it's such a big topic nowadays in these YouTube streets.
Well, you know, people gotta find something to talk about now these days.
Yeah, because the number one trend right now is Jaguar, right? But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
The rest of it, yeah. I mean, but I do want to say that just finding out like other places, like we were talking about this whole time, is religions and stuff like that. Just like you said, you don't want people to get in trouble. You don't want to go somewhere and get screwed. Being in jail somewhere else sucks. You know, the prisons aren't like the here. Okay, you're not gonna watch TV and cable and have snacks. You can eat, make ramen. You're not gonna be able to do that. So be aware of that. Human trafficking is a big issue. Know that they're taking women. So just be aware of those things. There was like a story that this lady thought she won a trip. She was an actual like a influencer. She thought she won a trip. Then they told her to bring one of her friends. They said, is a girl, you can bring another girl. She brought a man with her because she just wanted a guy friend with her. They went there. There was a hotel they're supposed to go to. They got picked up, and the guy was like, well, where's the girl? And she was like, there is no other girl. I brought my other friend instead. It was just a guy. Is that an issue? And he didn't say anything, got in the car. They're driving towards the hotel. Comes to find out, the guy was talking to someone, and he told, like, there's two of the men in the car, and they stopped it. And they're like, where's the other girl? They kept arguing with them, like, what's the problem? They told them to get out of the car, and then the guys drove off. And they're supposed to be their escort to the hotel. They end up getting to the hotel, like a little, it wasn't that far of a walk. The hotel was like, oh, we rebranded. Someone bought our Instagram page. We rebranded. Our sign doesn't look like that or anything. And like, we don't know what happened. And basically, like, that was a whole situation where they were getting basically trafficked. And they the only thing that stopped them was that there was a man there, and it was supposed to be a lady. And that was creepy to me, that the lady was telling the story, and she's like, so now you need to know, like, when you look at these Instagram accounts, people can buy them after the company rebrands, they'll sell it. And so, like, these are things people don't know. So you got to keep yourself aware of stuff that's going on around you. It's just as a big.
And it's not just women who's being trafficked; it's little boys as well.
Right. So taking your kids somewhere, little boys, and all this. That's why people, even in the other countries, they're like, "Don't take pictures of my children." Blah blah blah. You just, it's just different, and you got to be aware of that. Like, it's serious. And so also, the lady boys. I think I forgot where they are. I don't want to misspeak. But lady, it's not Philippines. It's like I want to say Indonesia. I might be wrong again, but
I know they call them that in the Philippines too.
Right. So you go there as a man, and a lot of them don't get sex they don't get the full transition. They just, have a top, and a lot of them they just like the appearance of being feminine, and they're very accepted in some areas. So you have to know that as a man traveling that might happen. You don't want to have a situation and then you flip out and everyone's looking at you like you're wild because you don't know what the hell's going on. And this is just a normal thing. So it's a lot different, investigate.
Lady boys.
That's right.
Lady boys.
No, that's what they're called. They're called lady boys.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salute to Great Hill Podcast. I see you in the building.
Salutes to you.
So yeah, that's why I pulled it up. But you know what? Because you didn't say anything, Mr. Best. You weren't here. Well, how do you feel about the gentleman who went down to the Philippines and lost it and deleted his boo? What do you have to say about that? I just wonder your opinion.
It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it.
Is this a new story?
Yeah, the one you went downstairs. So a gentleman from America went to Colombia to see his girlfriend, who was a DJ, and very lovely young lady, and he basically deleted her, and it's just a big story, and it ends up he had a wife and 3 children. An infant is one of them, and everybody else, like her family and stuff, they thought that this man was moving down there to get serious with her and everything, and he was very, very jealous, and he ended up deleting her. And so it's like an ongoing story in Colombia.
Oh, wow. It's like we were hearing the same story but different people.
It ain't worth it, man. If she don't want you, just let her go, man. If he don't want you, just let him go. That's all it is. But I think a lot of times people, they're not used to rejection, or they're waiting their whole life to be with somebody, and they have this fantasy in their mind that has driven them completely insane. And now that fantasy ain't coming true, they completely lose it. You know what I mean? And I think we have to get out this fantasy of really thinking that we're going to find this perfect relationship with this one person who they're going to just give us the most amazing intimacy ever. They're going to know every word that we speak. It's going to be like a movie. Look.
Well, unless they feed us that fantasy, when we're toddlers, the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
No,
now, listen, you may find somebody that do some of them things, all right? But ain't nobody gonna do all them things, all right? The only person that can do everything for you in life is really a deity. It's like a god, okay, or probably is God. But if it ain't that, then guess what? Some they gonna have flaws somewhere, okay? Or life is just gonna happen. They either gonna get sick, or y'all gonna have problems with your kids, or their parents. Something gonna happen with their parents. Something gonna happen. It's just like somebody gonna lose a job. Life is gonna happen. Life happens, all right? And unless you really living super beyond your means, like you super wealthy and you kind of live in a kind of really in a fantasy world in a sense, you're gonna feel it. And even people who live wealthy sometimes feel certain things. But when you live in wealthy, you have a lot of means. You can kind of live in somewhat of a fantasy world because everything is just right there in excess. But for us regular people who are dealing with regular issues and have regular money and regular things, life hits us, and we got to deal with things a lot different. You know what I mean? Than people who are living super high on the hog. I mean, that's just what it is. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and you're talking about mental health. I think that's a really big part of it. I think people here in America, we just really don't take mental health as serious as we should. I mean, there's a lot more people, putting it out there that they're having mental issues, and they take breaks from things publicly, athletes and things like that. I'm glad that's happening, but it needs to be taken way more serious by even corporations. Like that should be part of even your healthcare plan. A lot of healthcare plans don't include things like therapy, things like that. Especially when you're in high stress jobs, I think it's just a must that you should have those things. You should have a therapist that you're able to see if you're in situations where you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with people on a daily basis who have issues, especially like social workers and things like that. You're dealing with everyone else's issues so much that sometimes it's just overwhelming, and things like that. You should be able to have that kind of care available to you, and that's just in general. And then just on a poly tip, because I'm just going to throw that out there. I want to make sure poly people hear me too. Is we deal with people, even if we have closed tripods or whatever, you deal with multiple people who are different all the time. And the thing is, you have to, evaluate who they are and deal with them accordingly to who each individual is. So, not everyone's the same. And you have to make sure that you communicate a lot because of that. You want to make sure everyone's in at least a good place. You want to communicate a lot. And without that communication, and even sometimes therapy with life coaches or whatever, you have to value how people feel. You have to think about what you're doing because you don't want to put damage on them. So I feel like it really is like makes you feel really responsible. I think someone asked me that like a year ago. They were like, what's the thing about Apollo you thought you wouldn't understand? I said, really, I feel like I'm responsible for my partner's emotional state. I feel that way because I feel like they put in my hands the trust and their feelings, and I have to consider that. So I feel like also it's a blessing, but I also feel like you trust me with something and I'm supposed to do something about it. So it just really is a different atmosphere. So if you are poly and you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. But if you aren't and you don't know, this is why a lot of times I think people who try to fake poly, they don't realize, or they try to get with people more than one person, they don't realize the emotional things that come with that. You have to deal with multiple people's emotions, regardless of male or female. You have to be considerate. You have to think about them, and so it's different. So the mental health out here, I think, is just not stressed enough. And everyone wants to just jump into a relationship to have a boo. And I'll tell you, I've turned down many people and just said no, because we don't match. I'm not going to waste your time. We don't match. And it's different. You can say no and it's okay. So I think a lot of people are just like, oh, there's a hot person. They want to talk to me. Yes, yes, yes. And they don't know anything about them. It's just not a good thing. You got to say no. No's are okay. That's how I feel about it.
No means no.
No. I do think that. Okay, let me ask this for the panel, because we can switch it up here a little bit though. Do you guys think you could date someone from another area who had a lot of things different, like their religion was different? Or do you think that's something that you could do?
Say that one more time.
Do you think you would have an issue dating someone outside of Western culture? Like, do you think it would be easy for you to do such, especially if they have like a big religious difference? Do you think that would stop you? Do you think their culture, like if someone was culturally different, do you think that would stop you, or you're down?
Nah, if I'm down with a woman, like ain't nothing gonna stop me from hitting it. I mean, from getting hit.
Oh.
Excuse me.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Shout out to Wally. Like, thank you for tuning in, my brother. You know,
Wally, what's up?
Miss Polly, I had shared my story like a long time ago. I think when I first came on here about my experience.
I think you need to share it again because we're new people and we need to know.
In my early 20s, I dated an Indian guy, and of course, different cultures, different religion, and he invited me. I think he was in denial about his parents. So long story short, he invited me over for dinner, and he forgot to tell his parents I was a black girl. I guess he left that part out. And when they opened up the door, they looked at me like they saw a roach. Like, yeah, it wasn't a good experience at all. Dinner didn't last too long. Let's say that.
I'm sorry.
I would have told him. I would have said, Negro, don't be mad because you just live in another part of the world. You black just like me. That's what I said to him. But yeah.
Oh yeah, but get this, Mr. Best. His was it his dad? Yeah, his dad was way darker than me.
Yeah, I think it is color. It's like classism in color.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that. Yep, it's a lot of, and the color does have. Sometimes it's a lot, and then it doesn't mean, that's why I said find out where the hell people are from, because things like I said, when the gentleman met me and I looked at him and he said, I'm from Afghanistan. I was like, aren't they fully clothed? I said, you must think I'm naked like all the time. Like,
but I had asked him like twice. I was like, is your parents okay with you dating outside of your race? Oh yeah, they're fine. They're not racist.
They was like, no.
They always racist. They always racist.
Wow. Y'all was a mess. See, that's the thing. Y'all just say no. And then like, who else was like really, Asian?
And then his cousin told me that his cousin was like, don't take this personal. I'm not talking about you personally, but he said he was like, Indians believe that all black people are like ugly. And I was like, really? Even do y'all think Beyonce ugly? Halle Berry ugly?
Michael Jackson in Thriller Days, he looked Middle Eastern. He better get out of here with all that. Michael Jackson did look Middle Eastern. Y'all can't even lie, he did.
Oh my gosh. I think it is like he said, like it's everybody knows, everybody's doing it. Air Force has been doing it, ain't nothing new. But I don't know what the shock is. Maybe the pure amount of people who are doing it. I don't know. Like you said, I don't see the issue. I don't know why it came up. I actually think it all started maybe because somebody, I don't know who it was, said something about I don't like American black women, and then all of a sudden it just ran and said that all over the place, and somebody just had to share it everywhere, and then next thing you know, it's a problem. I don't even think they knew what they were doing, and now it's just like a silly thing that's going on. Like you said, everybody else has been doing it.
Well, yeah, I ended that relationship at like 25, I think I was. And because I didn't want to marry into a family that I had to continually fight all my life with about my skin complexion. So I wasn't down for cause.
Like, how long did so like I know you met his parents, which is pretty serious. How long did it take you? Like, how long were you with this man? Like, how long were you with him?
We dated for, it was like 4 or 5 months. And like at the 4-month mark, he was like, listen, like, I want you to meet my parents, you know, like, I'm not like these American men. We don't take 3-4 years to put a ring on your finger.
Yes.
We know what we want. That's the type of guy he was. Like we know what we want.
Right. Right. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm down to meet your parents then or whatever. Right. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure your family? Because I'm familiar with Indian culture. Are you sure they're okay with you dating outside the race? Oh yeah, they're fine.
And I know what you're talking. Like, yeah, like when you talk to people outside this country, like they move faster. Like in 6 months, they know if they're marrying you. It's not an option. Like here, it's like these men can be like, oh, I need at least 2 years, a year. Nah, that man will ask you to marry him in 6 months. He's not playing. If everything goes right, that's what it is. So a lot of women maybe who I will suggest, ladies, because we're going to have our own little topic, Mr. B in Nebraska, and a few other ladies who are going to have some conversations about this kind of phenomenon, kind of passport ladies here. We were going to kind of talk about it and talk about our experience dating people from other countries. And one of the positives, if you're a woman who's like, oh my gosh, I'm 30 something, and my time is running out, take your behind and find someone international. They will marry you in 6 months. If you're the one for them, they will marry you in 6 months. You ain't gonna wait. They ain't gonna wait till you know.
Wait, hold on. Right? You mean you let go of a man that was potentially gonna marry you, all because of his parents? Who cares about them? They ain't gonna be living with y'all.
So delayed. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Why? Wait, hold on. Why would you let that go?
Because
you want us to go back to that?
Right. And
let that go?
But
so
other countries are heavily involved. They're heavily involved with their family.
Question, Mr. Best. So if you're familiar with other cultures, they're very heavily family oriented. The parents, the family is very involved. They're not like Americans at all, right? So with that being said, you have to know what kind of culture you're going to marry into. And if his parents hate Black people and treated me the way that they treated me the first time meeting me, that's something that I don't want to sign up for the rest of my life or bring children into. That was just my personal choice.
Do you see that comment? Read that comment. Time's running out. Winter is coming, okay? And he's not talking about the winter season, all right? Winter's coming for y'all. Winter means, all right, it's going to get dried up. out here, and you won't be able to find you a man. Okay, a man,
and that's fine. I would say worry about yourself. I would say worry about yourself. Make sure that you find your wife and stop worrying about other women. That's what I would say. That would be my choice. But if you guys want to marry into a family that's from a different culture that hate you because of your black, then go ahead. That's your choice.
Salute to Mel, what's going on?
I chose not to do that.
Listen, if you find a man that's a quality man, you better hold on to him. Okay? You better hold time to scarce out here. Men are scarce. Okay? Yes, I can. As a man, I can say that.
Say that because that's like me saying, okay, well, you found a woman.
You better hold on to him.
No, because if you're dating, if you're trying to date in another culture where family is everything, they're not Americans. You can't say, oh, I'm just gonna marry you and forget about your family. You can't do that in the Indian culture. You can't do that in the Asian culture. No, you can't. That's not how they operate.
You ain't living with them. That's not how they operate. Man, y'all look. Don't waste your time.
Wait, Mr. Beth, this is a good point. Okay, this is where we say we have to find out about culture. This is where I'm saying. I'm not saying this. They're not American. So you have people at all. Their culture where you take care of your parents. So especially if you date someone who's an elder son, especially. You're supposed to help take care of his mom and dad until they die. You're supposed to live with you. What do you mean? So this is a woman and dad is going to live with you, and they don't like you and they despise you. They'll sabotage your marriage, and they don't want to get divorces. So these are things you have to consider. I'm not saying, hey, F it. I'm saying you have to consider that. These are people that you have to have high contact with. They might even live with you. These are things you have to think about. So you're telling a woman to just endure someone, and they can be really nasty. You hear stories about women who are foreigners who live there, who are just regular, and their mother-in-law hates them, and they sabotage them, and they're mean to them, and their sons are just like, well, that's my mom. And it's like, oh my God. So if you have an option to say you're not in an arranged marriage, and you have the option to say, hey, this is not for me, and you know it, then that's true. Don't do it. And that's the problem. I understand you're saying, oh, they're good, man. They're going to do this. I hear you. But at the end of the day, is her mental health, keyword here, worth it? Is her mental state worth it? And it's not.
Listen, y'all better listen to that song In Vogue, Hold On to Your Love.
Oh my God.
That song. Hold on to your... See, that's what I'm talking about. The women back in the days understood that. That song came out about 30 years ago. The women back in the days understood that. You hold on to your love. Another one. Stand by your man. Stand by your goddamn man, right? Hold on to your love and stand by your man. These are old school songs that was telling these women, you better hold on, all right? So like my man Keith the Dream said, let me put the comment up again, all right? Time is running out. Time is not on your side. It's always on my side as a man. But time is running out. Winter is coming.
Listen, tell him this is the thing. We're not.
I'm officially red pill. I'm red pill nowadays. All right? I'm red pill now. All right?
But I see that.
I'm red pill.
Listen, we're not talking about women who are just saying F men who have good jobs and they're American, and you can run off in the sun and not see your mother-in-law for a whole year and no one cares. You just hear her on the phone here and there. These are people heavily involved in that. It's different. Like we just found out.
We're talking about mixing cultures. You can't go into somebody else's culture and dominate their culture because you're American. Mr. Best.
Yes, Kings and Dreams. Red pill. Yes. I've seen the light. You know why I'm on this red pill tangent? You know why? Because of things like this, all right? Listen, I'm trying.
No,
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, all right? I'm tired of this. Y'all have good quality men lined up, willing to marry.
You're still talking about the same thing.
And you say no.
It's a love cause, Miss Polly.
Why? Kings and Dreams, man, please. If you got just a little bit of energy, come up, brother. Please. I I'm gonna
We're
send
not
you the link.
talking
I
that.
want you to come up, because winter is coming for y'all. Y'all not
Wait,
understanding.
Mr. Ben, I'm
trying to
about to
argue
cut
with
you short.
Tyler.
Real men.
Wait, I'm about to cut you short. And this is why I love being poly to some degree. You talk all this good. No one's getting rid of them, first off, because I have more than one. So no one's getting rid of any good men. What we're saying is we're making good decisions based on our mental health. And I'm not talking about all women, because there are some women who make bad decisions, who have good men and trying to get a basketball player, and then that screws up, and it was a stupid move, and she had a good man. I ain't talking about that lady. I'm talking about regular women who are just looking for someone and they don't match. And the right thing to do is, if you don't match in the long run, you need to say no. I'm just saying yes because this man hits all the check boxes because he has money, he can provide for you, and he looks half decent. And the fact is that you can't get along with his family. That doesn't make sense.
You all want basketball players. Y'all do. Don't sit here and lie. Y'all do, all right? All of you want basketball players. Oh man, I love this type of stuff. I'm messing with y'all too. I'm halfway trolling and halfway serious. That's the funny part about it.
We know. You see, I'm Gucci over here.
I'm half Gucci because I'm a little hopped up on energy drink today, if you didn't notice.
Oh, Lord,
are you on the Red Bull?
No, I do pre-workout only. So listen, I was about to work out. I thought the show was going to be an hour. It's ran longer than that. I thought I was going to get in this living room and do some real stuff, right? So I just started sipping on it. And then next thing I know, I'm over here in a little bit of a dry sweat, if you know what I'm saying. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You dry sweat now?
A little bit. It's all right. You see me look glossy, you know what's up. That's all. It's great.
No. I feel you.
Down the men. You know, this not the first story Miss Nebraska told about how she curved somebody. All right, she told a story before. The guy came up.
That was not a curved story, Mr. Best.
He made a dumb comment. All right, he was just trying to be nice. He was a little goofy, and she curved him.
That was not a curved
You like curving men. That's what it is. You like curving men. You like curving men. I understand.
That was not a curved story at all. You guys took that story.
And three, man. I'm trying to help him out. Keys of Dreams trying to help him out. Time is running out. Winter. I'll put up the comment again. Put it up again. Time is running out for you women.
And
all right, winter is coming. Time is running out.
About thyself.
Time is running out. I'm a man. I got unlimited time. That's what you don't understand. I'm a man. I never lose. You put that in the comments. I never lose. I'm undefeated. Big Rick, put I'm undefeated in the comments. Put that. I'm undefeated. I'm a man. I'm undefeated. I don't have a timetable. Don't you understand that? Wait. Out here, girl.
Wait, how are we? What are you undefeated in? You mean if you're trying to have children? I'm being honest with you. When we want to get to a certain age, we don't want no kids running around all over the place anyway. So we ain't losing out on that. What you talking about? And then if you
always find a suitable helper.
Right.
A man can always find a suitable helper. We undefeated. Don't you understand that? Y'all never could beat us in this game. You can't be the man in a man's game. And relationships is a man's game.
Nobody's trying to play a game but you, Mr. Best. Who's playing a game?
Right. And this is why half the men out here complaining. And you said men are complaining there's no women, but you just said half because y'all complain that we all dried up and we get old and we don't want us. So now y'all trying to look for 20-year-olds who want to be on Instagram getting money. So this is why y'all can't find nobody either, because you're looking for the wrong thing in the wrong place.
Are you talking about Tyrese?
We always have somebody. We are men. We will always have somebody.
Yeah, you'll have somebody. You're right. You have somebody. Everybody can find somebody. Okay. The woman who's 400-pound life, like you said, 600-pound life. You never see those people alone. They always got a boo. So saying that nobody can find a boo.
See, I didn't want to go there. They always want to go to the extremes. They want to go to the extremes. They want to go to the extremes. They want to go to the extremes.
But the extremes have men. The extremes have men. Why do all the extremes have men? Why do all the hoes have 1,700 men in the inbox and they go on dates every week? Why? They don't care to get married when they can have a new man every week.
And we're not wifing them. The goal is to get the skins. And once we get the skins, we won. Don't you understand?
But they don't want to be wifed. So you're giving them what they asked for.
You don't want to wife them. What you understand about that?
So I guess we're winning, so let's not complain about it anymore.
No, we winning. We undefeated. We winning.
Okay, guys. I got some information real quick, right? That's a freaking
fake clip. I hope it is. That was a freaking fake clip.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. I got some information, right, that I have to share. Now, shout outs to Kings of Dreams. I know we had shared like a little bit of his video to try to look for the contents of it, but he gave me some, some inside information, which I can't really show or really say too much. And because the contest was like an audio format, I'm going to kind of break a little bit down. But first, I'm going to play this little portion. And Kings of Dreams, let me know if this like the right timeline for me to play that. Because I know you was like pretty much like, speaking about this particular woman. But to kind of give some context real quick, Miss Polly, because I know you had wanted me to share this video. What happened was, right, and I know I probably will paraphrase it, right, but to try to summarize things as much as I can, basically, the person who deleted this young woman, let me see if I could kind of zoom in real
Beautiful quick. Colombiana, right?
Oops, sorry.
Beautiful Colombiana.
Not bad. I actually played it. I was trying to there we go. So, okay, the man who pretty much like deleted this beautiful, Colombian woman, right? Not with the U, but with the O, right? The man had a family of his own. Now, I can't show the pictures because YouTube will probably flag that right now. I'm just trying to be in a good graces of YouTube so I can hurry up, so we can hurry up and be on their monetization program, But unfortunately, this has something to do with, working with, and I'm not even gonna say like the actual names, but working with certain organizations, dealing with them. But basically, long story short, there was proof, photos of him actually putting her in the body bag. You know what I mean? In the actual dumpster. So, people are really grimy and dirty out here, man. It's not just Americans, but it's people all over the world. So I'm gonna play like maybe like a few minutes of what Kings of Dreams is saying, about like this story, and hopefully it kind of provides some type of context of like why it's very important that when you're exploring to different countries, right, you got to know the culture, you got to educate yourself. Look, it could be the religion, it could be the law. You may have, I know most Americans say, I don't want to let go of your Christianity. I get that, right? Most of y'all like, holy thou Christians in America. I get that part. But you guys got to understand, right, that when you go into other people's territories, a lot of these territories are not Christian based. That's not their foundation. And, if America is hypocritical as hell, what makes you think that some of these countries is going to abide or just going to be like, okay, you're a Christian or this, and that, or fake Christian? What makes you think that they're going to come, you know what I mean, and respect your faith or whatever? Anyways, America got to get together.
Salute to Big Rick Slaps, and also salute to the homie, the King's Table 901. Know what I mean? Salute to him. We got some things cooking up. Yeah.
Thank you for joining in, King's Table. Definitely good to see you, brother. All right, let me go ahead and play this real quick, okay? All right. And let me go ahead and do this now.
Biana. Let's see what the article says here. The authorities offer 20 million pesos. I believe that's what, like 10,000. I think that's 10,000 US, I believe. For the whereabouts. And so they found her inside of a suitcase in a container in the town of Juan Baton in Bogota. And the relatives held him responsible, the boyfriend that is, for the crime because he was the last person to see her alive. She disappeared from Polos, which is the gentleman's name. His name is John Polos. He disappeared from the moment that the woman's body was found. In dialogue with the police, the driver from the in-driver, pardon me, my fault. She had a message, as I mentioned earlier, and then so the driver says they both were inebriated, and so she screams, "Oh, I don't know why I did that," to the driver. And if I'm the driver, right, and I was having conversations with other people in WhatsApp groups, and we were saying like the driver is not really trained for this type of like situation. And most people, like if you see like two like inebriated people and she's like, I'm good, like I don't even know why I did it, like you know what I mean, like you may not think much of it, like unless like she really showed fear. And I guess he thought that she didn't really show fear. It's just crazy. And this guy was actually about to relocate to Colombia. So he was ready to leave the States and become an expat. It's man. Anyway,
all right, I'm going to stop it over here. I forgot to ask Kings of Dreams, right? Since you're in the chat, the person who deleted the woman in Colombia, like, is he American? Because I heard you say like he was willing to like leave the States. So I just wanted to
American man deletes Colombian girlfriend.
Oh, did I miss? Oh, you know what? Never mind. I missed that title part. All right, never mind. Good eye, Miss Nebraska. See, that's what I get for not really watching. Because I didn't get a chance to watch the entire live stream last night because I forgot what I was doing. I think I was on someone else's live. No, never mind. We was doing the interview for Jasmine. That's why I missed it. Okay, but damn. You guys have any thoughts?
I mean, that's what we were saying, like just being safe on both sides. That's the only thing I was saying. Be safe on both sides when you're going overseas, and then when you're someone who is already overseas, when you're, basically entertaining gentlemen in America, it's like a little bit different. So you want to be prepared, do a little bit of research about where you're going, and then also about the person, get to know them, well. And that's hard, vetting, but it's hard. But you got to do a good amount. And then, like they said, there was warning signs. He was very, very jealous. Those are red flags. So I mean, that's all you can really do is try your best to prepare.
Okay. My main question is like, how can you really properly vet someone if you met someone from overseas?
From someone who's from America to there?
It could be either or.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's what we were saying. Like, yeah, I mean, for time. Yep, take your time. Oh, sorry, babe. Sorry, hang on.
No, I mean you could talk, but you could talk, but you just have to fix your echo. That's all.
I think I have to leave and come back. That might be helpful. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay. See, I blame it on Queen because she came in here and started messing up her audio. Everything was working fine until she got here. I blame
you and its topic. Because the echo.
Look. Don't. There's no need to be hostile, okay, American
I ain't
woman?
Hostile. Don't start. Don't start labeling me, homie.
All right, Queen. Like, look, what you got on this topic?
I'm just saying you go over it. I don't know. I didn't see the video. So, what did he have a whole family and was cheating?
I mean, pretty much. Like,
okay, cool. So he went over there. He found him a submissive woman in a different country. And look what he did. He snapped. Good luck. Keep going. All right, that's all I'm saying.
All right, Cutthroat. All right.
That's it. And please
What's up,
don't go
Queen?
over to a different country and marry a dude in 6 months. Y'all crazy too. Don't do that. Don't do that because you don't know him. He could just want a green card. I know a few that did it.
What's up, Queen?
M3, what's up, Mr. Bright? M3, you know a few too. So don't even trip. They had a baby and they no longer needed the woman.
Well,
Yeah, but it
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
that for people though.
They became citizen with the child, and then they dumped the woman as quick as they could get her.
Oh
damn.
shit.
Yeah. So anyway.
Damn, man, you went there. Okay. Hey, I
Ouch.
respect
Hey,
that.
I'm just saying, like,
Ouch.
take your time. Stop being in a rush. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's just gonna get you a lot of heartache. I'm not saying take time will suffice everything, but you don't even know this. You don't really know who this person is. You know, jumping brooms real quick. You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
All I can say
You
is,
know,
take
when
your
you cook in a
time,
slow
young
cooker, you
man.
take your time, right? You don't rush
Mama
it, right?
used to say. Mhm.
Relationships need to be in a slow cooker. Press the button, press 7 hours, cook. Just give it time. You know what I mean? And I do believe that you can, I do believe that if, like, I don't know if Mr. Best was serious, but I do believe in certain cases, if a man chooses you and his culture or his family don't like you, that means that he wants to be with you. Now, if you're in that country, I wouldn't say do that because you might become missing, and your family might not
Absolutely.
ever see you. But
Absolutely.
in the U.S., I know people who are Indian, and they're married to a black woman, or and yeah, I mean, the family might not have liked her at first, but I do believe that there's a way to get around it. They don't have to live in their house. They could live in an in-law suite. Shit. That's the
Hold on to your love.
that's the conversation you have with that person. And you say, hey, I do feel culturally I'm not welcome. I know that this is your culture. What can we do if we plan on being together, moving forward? What can we do so we both are in alliance? And if he says, hey, I can build a additional living unit in the backyard, and mommy and daddy won't have full access to the house. I mean, there's ways to do it. Now, if he says, well, this is my culture and this is what I'm doing, then you be peace out. But if,
I was right again.
Well,
they were
wait.
together for 2 years. So he cheated on his wife for 2 years, and then he went over there and then he deleted her. That makes a lot of sense. Good luck. I hope they make him do jail time out there and not in the U.S. Send his ass on a plane and make him do his time on a cot mat on a concrete floor.
And I was gonna say, like, I didn't get to hear all of what you were saying, Queen, but just a little bit of the end in there. But I mean, I know we try to work it out. And my actual marriage, it was because I did it internationally, and I was married to someone who's from another country. So
where was your husband from?
He's from Jamaica. So
okay.
He definitely had a strong family tie. And when I like I said, you being the wife, you want to really start, fulfilling that role as, someone who's going to be inviting to family. And they started living with us because they're supposed to help with children rearing and all this. And it did not end well because it just wasn't mixing. And if I had known a little bit more and I was a little bit older, or not even maybe older, just a little bit more knowledge about it, I probably would have been like, that's not a go. That's not a go that they live with us. That's not a go. Because they're a little bit more Americanized. So I could have said no, but I didn't. I tried to be part of that culture, and it burned me. Literally, like I'm not married, and I'll say to this day, I probably would still be married if their family was not involved. 100%.
No, I think I think you like, for instance, I know people who, are black, and they just didn't like the person the other person was with. And the other person decided, hey, look, this is what I got. This is who this person is. Either you fall in line or you back the hell up. So it's also a conversation that you and that person that you're going to be with has, you know, like, yeah, okay, culturally, you know, I understand this, but there also a consideration about who you're with. And when there's no consideration, then that's when the red flags to me go up. Because if I'm laying with you, that means we gotta work this out. We're together. I'm not sleeping with my mother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to have a relationship with my mother like that. So, you know, my mother and my father don't care for this person, then there comes a point when you go, hey, look, either you fall in line, or we're gonna find you a place to live, and I'll come visit you. I'll get you some in-home support. But shit, you ain't coming in here ruining my marriage. So that's when you and that person
Queen.
Have that
and
conversation.
I did have that conversation. I actually told him that she'd have to move, and this was not going to work. And you know what he told me? I'm not choosing that. And he basically told me no. Where do you go from there?
But then that's when you leave. But then this is what I'm saying. Like, there's cultural differences that these are the conversations you have before you do that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, like, culturally, what's good? Because this is how I feel culturally. What are your culture things that may become an issue? You know, that's when you have those conversations, you know. So, but, you know, dating, you know, being going over somewhere and getting somebody, bringing them back, you know, take your time. People, please take your time. You know, I'm a little leery of people who say, oh, you know, I met him and a week later we moved in together. 2 weeks later we got engaged. You know, hey, if that works for you, but you know, nah, people ain't wrapped tight these days. People ain't wrapped too tight, and you don't know what's in there. You know, you could think it was coconut oil, man. That's canola oil, little grapeseed oil. It's all, you know, nah, that's not what I signed up for, homie. I wanted coconut oil only. I ain't asked for all that other stuff. You know what I mean? That's why you take your time. You take your time.
And I mean, and that's what I'm saying. And I just think maybe I don't know if I'm against the rule, but I did take time. Like I said, I even was okay with those cultural differences and wanted to participate in them. So I was fine. But when we got there, like I said, we won't get all personal, but it just was when that person got there, they clearly were on a route of being in control of everything. And that's how they wanted. They wanted to basically be the wife, as I saw it. And I've expressed it multiple times. I conversate a lot. And so I did. But this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's for everyone. I'm saying, yeah. But at the end of the day, he chose to stop and say, hey, you're going to have to deal with it, or we're right. This isn't going to work. And that's not everybody. You're right. A lot of people don't vet properly. But in my case, it just was, I had to choose. Am I going to continue to be abused, because I was basically being abused, or am I going to say no more? And so this is what we have to think about sometimes. And I think if I had done that, I'd been all right.
You also
hold on, Queen.
Go ahead.
Queen, hold on.
Sorry.
Salute the truth. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me say this. All right, look. I'm tired of this. All right, look. All right, I'm getting on my red pill stuff again. All right. When a man tells you to do something, you do it. All right. Ain't no more arguments. All right. I'm tired of that. When a man tell you to do it, when he tell you, is we going left, you better hit that signal and you better go left. All right. Listen, you better go left. All right. Winner comment at? Can we get that winner's comment again, please? In 3. Because y'all understand it. Y'all understand it. You understand a good man is hard to find. You ain't seen that play back in the days. A good man is hard to find. The old school was trying to teach y'all something. All right, time is running out. Winter is coming. All right, you see, y'all argumentative. Y'all want to be? Ain't no summer coming. Winter coming.
Summer coming.
Right?
Summer coming.
Winter's coming. Keep telling you, y'all can't beat us at this game, right? You do whatever that man tell you to do. If you're a good man, you do it.
Okay.
All right, you do it. You do whatever he tell you to do. You do it.
Now, here's your alarm clock. Here's your alarm clock and wake
You
up.
do it. I ain't got no alarm clock. I'm a man. Y'all got no alarm clock. I ain't got no alarm clock. I'm a man.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? I ain't got no alarm clock. Y'all got the alarm clock. Y'all clock be ticking. I ain't got no clock. I am the clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm Kane the Conqueror. All right? I mean, no, ain't no movie. This is real life. It's real life. See, you gonna base it on movie. I'm gonna base it on real life. You do whatever a man tell you to do. If he say bring the whole family in here, you move that whole family in there. Right?
And I'm out.
That's it. That's it. Like I said, and I meant that. And I meant that. And I meant that. And I meant that. And I meant that.
That ain't
And I
number
meant
cap.
that.
That ain't number cap over there.
There ain't no cap, nothing. Red pill, we red pill now over here now. We red pill. We red pill now. Ain't no somebody else nothing. Ain't nobody say nothing. You know what I mean? You hear the bass of my voice. I got the bass of my voice for a reason, so I can go louder than you for a reason. It's God given. When I say something go down, they go down. Ain't no alarm clock. Ain't no alarm clock. We don't need no alarm clock. We men. He ain't helping you. He with me. He with me. We men. We sticking together now. We fighting against y'all now. We tired of this. We tired of y'all back talking. We tired of y'all trying to say what y'all want to do. Ain't no more of that. Y'all gonna do exactly what we tell y'all to do. When we say jump, you say how high. All right, and that's it. That's what we're doing.
Wait. Actually, Mr. Best, I gotta do one little correction, right? See, when we tell them
don't
jump,
start.
right?
Don't start.
Hold on. When we tell them to jump, right? They don't have to say how high. They're supposed to automatically apply that action. Okay, I want to see action satisfaction. All right, don't talk, just do it. All right,
get your ass up and do it. That's right. What up, Daryl?
Do you want all the women on your platform to abandon you? Keep talking crazy. Y'all gonna be on this shit by yourself.
But hold on, right? But see, now, Mr. Nebraska, right? Don't think I didn't catch you, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, let me tell you something real quick, right? You know, I was noticing you, okay? When Mr. Best, okay, I'm gonna tell you, right? See, so when Mr. Best was talking all the Douglas Ruggles Bones type of stuff, right? You know, I heard, you know, I know you was nodding your head. You know, look, I know you guys have a girl code, right? And the girl code is to stick together, but I know it's like, You see, I understand. No. I'm talking about what Mr. Best said. We're not talking about Queen, right? Whatever Queen says in love, I'm talking about Mr. Best. All right, he said the best words right now, and you agreed to him. All right,
I agreed to him.
Yes, you were agreeing with him. Okay. Now, I know
y'all talking about delusions. This is pure delusion. Right. Y'all need to pull it together. I don't know what pill y'all took, but y'all clearly went down the rabbit hole. Y'all went down the rabbit hole, and you just can't find your way out.
I ain't crazy now, okay?
Miss Polly, they got too much sun today. It's a little sunny out here. The rain needs to come back to wake them up. It's okay. They didn't get no sleep last night.
Winter, spring, and summer's gonna be even worse. Winter, spring, and summer gonna be even worse. I'm be even worse during the spring. Summer be even worse. I'm be even worse.
Whatever.
You know it right
ain't
now.
Nobody talking about you.
You know what it is.
Ain't nobody worried about your fake.
You know, you got to come down that driveway hill one day. You got to come down that driveway hill tonight. You got to come down that driveway hill tonight. You know what I'm talking about. When you come down there, you know who the big kahuna is. You know who the big kahuna is. You know the big kahuna is. All right.
Yeah. Go take a nap. You good?
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking a nap. I'm up. All right. We up. I mean,
hold on. Now I'm doing a hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, there was too much noise going on. So
the best and Queen are hilarious.
No, don't laugh. You just encourage it. You encourage that behavior.
No, this one, you the one that started, Mr. Nebraska.
You ever heard the parents say,
how you gonna tell me I started?
No, don't
listen. You didn't want to qualify husband.
Miss Nebraska.
Then probably talking about everybody don't want a basketball player. Y'all all want basketball players.
Hold on. Why are you telling Mr. Nebraska what to do, Queen? I know you trying to input that girl code, but stop that, man. That's that feminism talk. I'm talking to you. That feminism.
You ain't talking to me.
I'm getting the feminism demons out of you.
You ain't talking to me. Hey, Miss Nebraska, how you doing today? Let's move on.
No, don't try to do that. Get out of here.
They crazy up there.
I'm good.
They need to put their basketball caps away.
How did your week go?
It's cool. It's over. Today's my Friday. Woohoo! So I can't
all
wait.
the snow
And
is
then she got
gone.
plenty. She got plenty of work at home. She got plenty of work at home.
I don't know who you talking to. I don't
Yes,
know
you
who
do.
you talking to.
Yes, you
It's gonna
do.
be a chill weekend, baby.
Hey, chill my ass. It's gonna be work we doing.
Y'all not trapped in the snow no more up there, are y'all?
You said what?
Y'all not trapped in the snow anymore up there, are y'all?
We never was. There wasn't no
We
snow out
never
here. It was
no
just raining.
snow out here. It was raining.
Oh,
It was
okay.
California.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you were upstate New York.
I wish. I want to
It's
be.
from New York,
I
but
wanna
they're
be
not.
New
They're not
York.
in New York.
So I'm trying to get some
I
at Mr.
didn't
Nebraska,
know
all
you
right?
was in
But
Trying to get some
I'm not
at.
out there.
Oh, what part of California are you in?
Don't tell
The
us.
Bay, unfortunately.
You said where?
Hey, see, look, this is why this look, this is a crossover. Like when someone's watching like those Princeton movies and those Lifetime shows, right? You get those type of conversations, man.
Yeah, look, I'm about to get
With
rid
you,
of Lifetime
never.
Network completely. Completely.
No, you movies with you is drinking juice in the hood while sipping and riding a low rider. That's you, buffoonery. That's conversations with you.
Hey, but that's real life, though. That's real
Wait,
life.
and
With a
then
red
you
cup.
guys, then you up and chasing them, you chasing those women and them same, you chasing those women like
Don't chase.
who are burning cheese on top of
They
you,
walk.
and you know what I'm talking about. Y'all like the
Miss Polly.
nah, bro.
Y'all
It's
chasing
okay.
basketball players. That's what they
Miss
got
Polly,
chasing. Y'all chasing
Miss
basketball
Polly,
players.
you can't have grown adult conversations with boys. And they're acting like little boys right now. It's okay. I know
don't
they
what you call
grown
little boy,
men
but you about,
sometimes.
I'm about to mute you. I'm about to mute you and drop you down. I'm about to mute you and drop you down. You call me little boy, you're gonna get muted and drop them down.
They got on their Paw Patrol pajamas. They all right. They'll be all right.
So question, if I when I come to LA, how
Don't
far are
be-
you guys from LA?
Ain't nobody over 8
It's like
hours
8 hours.
drive.
30-minute flight though. 30-minute flight. 30-minute
Look,
flight.
look. You'll be better off by just like flying out to San Francisco, and then we'll meet you halfway.
Oh, I got family in San Francisco too.
Oh, okay.
Why you gonna go? You gonna go arrest Mr. Best? He needs to go to prison. Foolishness.
Nah, she gonna deliver Mr.
I'm not gonna do nothing over
M3 his melatonin gummy bear so he can go to sleep.
Y'all ain't drugging me.
Yeah, they always trying to take us out always. They always want to put something in the soup and everything else.
And
Listen,
his Scooby snack. She gonna give him a Scooby snack.
Listen, we got them on
That's
board.
right.
You need some?
That's
Let me
right.
go ahead.
That's all
Let me
right.
turn the
That's
bottle
right.
for
That's
you.
right,
Get
cool.
you right.
Amazon
Get you
Prime that, baby. Amazon
Yes.
Prime that.
See, that's why y'all be purchasing, bro.
You know, they want to try to control men. They want to try to control men. They try to give us some melatonin. You ain't controlling me. You know, if I feel anything outside of my region, I'm gonna become the Hulk. You know what I mean? I'm bringing everything up in here.
You need a hug. I'm sorry. You need a hug, huh?
M3 and Mr. Best.
I got,
Go ahead, Mr. Nebraska. What were you saying?
Have you guys had a YouTube meetup at all?
No.
No.
She asked us. She didn't ask you.
No.
You're not. I keep telling you, are not the network manager here. I am. All right.
I
You're the network manager.
I'm your star player, baby.
Yeah.
I've been here since the beginning, okay? Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, look, this is Queen. Can you, Mr. Best, can you please call Mr. Bolo or somebody else to help me? Mr. Best, can you do that? Mr. Best, can you do that? Yeah. You know who the king is out here. Me.
You need some help tonight.
No.
I don't know what you've been drinking on, but you know, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
See, why can't
he needs somebody to burp him. Somebody get the burping him with the burp cloth.
Oh, I
ain't
say
diaper.
She might be disrespectful. Might be disrespectful for.
See, there you go. It's going. Trying to fit in.
What up, Stan? Oh, I wish Stan would come up here.
No. No.
Link in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Is there another show tonight too?
No, this is the only one. You on this after this? Once this go off, you go to bed. That's it.
So are you guys gonna ever have one? M3 and Mr. Best?
Wait, have what?
Are you guys ever gonna have a YouTube meetup? Meet and greet?
I mean, we're not.
It's okay, Miss Nebraska. Just come on home, Miss Nebraska. I'll meet and greet you. Forget
I
that.
know that's right, Miss Polly.
Yeah, we're not popping like that, you know.
I ain't trying to meet none of these people. I ain't trying to meet none of them. I don't like half of them.
Wow, that's rude, sir.
Let's just say,
I'm just all business with me. I don't like half of them. No, I'm joking. We may do a meetup.
Well, Queen ain't gonna be there, so y'all can have
fun. You will be there.
Nah.
Queen said she don't want to be a babysitter for children. That's what she said.
No. Do that too much already.
Miss Polly, you say that again, I'm gonna drop you down. You say that again, I'm gonna drop you down.
Stop threatening people. See, that's what little kids do. Power show.
No. I have the Nintendo Power Glove. I have one of them. All right, so please.
You forgot to put your batteries in them though.
I forgot my batteries. I did.
You forgot your batteries.
You need a show with just M3. You need a show with just Queen and Mr. Best.
No.
Y'all would hear screaming like Michael Jackson.
Now, Queen would get us canceled though, so.
Yeah, she would.
I know you ain't talking. Some of the people y'all bring up in here, they been got y'all canceled. Some of them people y'all bring up in here, so don't play.
Very disrespectful. Big Rig, you see the Big Rig?
You better you see this? People come on your panel. How about that?
Okay, wait. I think what we should start doing is doing a prayer circle prior to initiating it. Right on the panel.
Oh, you need more. You need more than a prayer circle. Shoot. You need holy water intervention.
So I'm gonna do something real quick. Let me talk to my brothers for a second. You know what I mean? What's up, brothers? How y'all brothers doing? What's up, brothers? Know what I'm saying?
What up?
I'm talking to my brothers for a minute. You know what I mean? What's going on? Now I'm gonna bring them back because I'm not gonna be rude. Let me bring them back.
Well,
I talk to my brothers for a minute. I told my brothers for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Get y'all out of here.
How Queen gonna say no to me? Queen, me?
I don't know, Stan. Sometimes, I don't know.
Guys, the men versus the women tonight. That's what we at. It's the men versus the women. It's the men versus the women. We going in. We talking about the passport bros and all that. We going in.
Some dark chocolate. You could be
Salute to Melanated Lux.
Come up a little different sometimes.
Salute Melanated Lux. We see you.
Melanated Lux, if you want to come up, feel free to come up.
M3.
What's up?
What you doing over there?
Mind your business, all right? Mind your business, all right? Let me help you out again. All right? Mind your business, all right?
Look. Hey, look. You can't get rid of the queen as much as you try. Come on. It's all good. All good.
We do need queen. We do need queen. We need queen. We do need you, Queen.
Well, I have a question. I have a question for you guys. Maybe you could answer this. Why is it that teenage boys decide they should just be half naked all day, no matter what the weather is?
Why the hell gotta be teenage boys? Why
because that's what I don't know. What the hell is this? Let me show you something. Let me show you some bullshit. Let me show you. What the fuck? It's like 18 degrees outside. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Where the fuck is going?
Why you doing that?
At 10:46 on a school night in a book bag and no shirt. Get out of here. You're upsetting me. It's stressful. He looks like
one room to the next.
Hold on. How you gonna exploit your child like that? Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that's some bad parenting, bro. Damn. Let's talk about that, right?
No. Because listen, they're just naked all the time. I mean, he was out there running in the snow with no pants on, no shoes. This is what he looked like when he went outside. This is not right. Why?
See, we gotta watch him from his pod.
See, we have this thing called testosterone.
What?
We have this thing called testosterone, and then sometimes we just need it.
No, Stan, don't answer that question.
I knew. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm good.
So that's why Queen didn't want me on here. Queen, I'm hurt.
It's okay. Don't be hurt. You'll be all right. I'll see you later. Catch you next week. You'll be all right. I got an Amazon package coming your way. You'll be all right.
Look.
Oh, cool. Oh, thank you.
The same skills. I always have my bonnet. Well, come with your bonnet on.
Yeah, I have my bonnet on.
M3, where's your bonnet? Where's your
I don't wear no bonnet.
To say something else. Never mind. I'm not gonna be mean. Nope.
Oh, look, I wear a bonnet. I'm proud. I got a man bonnet.
No, I wasn't your bonnet. I was gonna say, where's that other thing you bought?
The Silencio. I get look. I'm not afraid to show off my Silencio. I just gotta find it somewhere. But it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
What's the problem?
You've been a little nicer since you. No, never mind. Okay, never mind.
No. Let's talk. My son has his shirt off too. Look, nobody don't care if the kids got your shirts off, all right? Damn. Yeah, y'all must have something else though. Y'all look, my child got his shirt off.
You say that, right? You say that nobody cares. My question, I'm just saying for health purposes, why we have niggas running around all the time. I'm just saying, I'm just wondering as a man, it's just hot. Maybe you're that hot that you have to run around topless and pantsless and
yes, if it's hot. If I'm in my own house, I'll be scared to walk around there.
13 degree weather. I said 13 degree weather.
But
it's like Tarzan.
I have to be honest that when I lived in snow, I didn't wear a lot of layers and I never got sick. I never wore a lot of layers. I wore sometimes I'd be out with thin pants on and a little pair of and it was blizzard and I would never get sick.
Oh my goodness.
So,
I think
there was kids on my block, they were from different countries, but they used to walk around in tank tops and especially the boys and shorts and jump in the piles of snow. So, so it just depends,
Maybe that's what it is. I'm just watching him.
And then it's crazy because then when I came to a different area with nicer weather, I got sick all the time. So I had to adjust. But then when I went back to the snow, then it was a different kind of I had to bundle up, man.
It was too much.
Wind, man, that wind. I remember one time I was walking in Manhattan and the buildings are so tall, so sometimes you can't feel the wind until you hit certain blocks. Man, that wind hit me. I ran. I was like, nah, we walking in the train station. We gonna come up over there. He was like, that's all out the way. I said, well, I ain't walking in that wind. That wind just ripped through every soul and muscle and tendon I had. I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, folks don't know about that East Coast wind. That East Coast wind will tear you up.
That wind will hurt you. It will hurt your feelings.
Oh Lord!
That's good. You can tell you've been to New York because you know about the subways. Hit the subways, not to go in the subway, but just to walk, get up, go to the next one, walk around.
Queen, do you miss New York?
Hell yeah! No city like my city, baby. I miss it. Yes.
So where you are now, are there any mountain lions?
Hell yeah!
Ain't no goddamn mountain lions around her.
Wow. You tripping.
We're trying to make it seem like you're in the jungle.
It's called over the hedge. You keep building and they building out, they come over. Don't play yourself. They were just near. There's a whole bunch of mountain lions near San Francisco State University running around. Don't play yourself. I saw them. Yes. They're here. Yes, Miss Nebraska. Yes.
Look. The closest to the wildest animals is maybe the snow bunnies. You know what I mean? Whatever you said. The jackrabbit.
Did you tripping? He tripping. That ain't an animal.
It's the wrong type of cougars. Those are the wrong type of cougars. Wrong type of cougars. Different type of cougars, sir. Different type of cougars.
We is not talking about the same animals, sir, that you was talking about.
He don't know what he's talking about. That's the problem.
Yeah, those cougars are everywhere.
Well,
Those
listen,
type of
like,
cougars
we're in Nebraska, but I mean, I be seeing wolves outside my house. It'd be like, I was in a boar. It'd be all these giant birds. I thought I saw a monkey in the tree, Miss Nebraska. I thought he escaped from the zoo.
A monkey.
A monkey. I thought he was in the tree. I was wrong. He was a raccoon, but still.
Escaped from the Henley door.
Let's just say I was driving home the other night because I get off pretty late. And I hit a corner. I was coming from the hills. And I hit a corner. There was 3 bucks and 2 deers literally standing in the middle of the street.
Oh, no.
So I just backed up and went back and found my way around it because they pretty much was not moving. So I didn't want nothing to ram my car, so I was just like, let me just go the other way.
Oh, the West Coast deer is about it.
Yeah, right. What kind of... Did they have gang signs on them? No, I'm just...
Nah. They were throwing up that West Side.
That's it. I'll be done.
They was doing the crip walk.
Well, that's enough. That'd be it for me. I would have to leave. I have to move.
You say you have to... Oh, yeah.
Man, I thought when I saw the monkey in the tree, I was concerned. I was like, I live too close to the zoo. We have the #1 zoo now in the country. So, listen, they got stuff in that zoo that scares me sometimes. Like I said, I don't want to have no monkeys outside escaping the zoo. I called the police. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were like, maybe that is a monkey. And I was like, right, is it a monkey?
Quantum, what up? What up, Quantum?
It was bad. It was bad, but it was not a monkey. It was a raccoon who just was very serious about his climbing game.
Oh, and these raccoons out here, boy, woo, they be rolling up on you.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you can't play with the raccoons, man. They be rolling up in the pack.
Oh, wait.
They do. Unless they sick, and they come at you singly.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
Yeah, we got big giant raccoons look like the size of baby bears. I'm like, what in the world?
Mm-hmm.
They be living in the trash cans and taking over.
I don't like none of the animals.
I never seen so much wildlife before until I moved to Georgia. I was like, what in the whole hell?
Oh yeah, Georgia, man. Seeing the frogs, the gators, everything.
Let me ask a question.
They got bears here. They got, everything.
What about the insects? Are the insects real bad in California? I mean, I know it's type.
They're bad in the South.
No, thank God not.
You can't kill with raid. Man,
we got too much. We got too many other things to worry about them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be Florida. Florida, I can't do the bugs. That's bug life.
Yeah, it's real.
I can't.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Why are the mosquitoes like the size of your face? Like, what's that mean?
Are they mosquitoes or?
They try to be nice. Oh, the mosquito's so big. It's a male mosquito. It's not going to bite you. No, it can still get these hands. No, I don't care. It's a mosquito. Like I said before, fireflies. Everybody like, oh my God, look at them. I'm like, no, that's a cockroach with a flashlight. No, thank you. That's a cockroach with a flashlight. Kill it.
I got the flying roaches down here. It's scary.
I don't want them to fly. Yep.
No, and then wait till the fall when they start splitting.
Drop their eggs throughout your house.
Yeah.
Marcus, what up, baby?
Wait, do you guys have fire ants?
No.
Nah, that's a South thing.
No.
They got fire ants down here.
Yeah, fire ants.
You can kill them easily.
And they can get up on you and kill you easily too.
I'm killing everything. Don't come near me.
You get into a fire
down here, especially in the summertime, the geckos are really bad.
The geckos?
Oh, yeah, the little lizards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did they be biting you and all that?
We got that in San Jose.
They'll get in my garage and I have to put down the little sticky things.
Oh damn.
Wait, are they what are they bad? Like, do they bother you?
No, I mean they're
They
just.
just
I don't like them. I'm not used to them, so they just freak me out personally. But everything freaked me out down here. The flying roaches, the snakes, the lizards.
You in Florida, Mr.
It's
Nebraska?
the mice and the rats.
Georgia.
Oh, you in Georgia? Okay.
Florida says respect you if you're from Florida. All right.
No, the gators and
you know how to deal with them.
Right. I mean, like you guys, like I thought it was weird because I did spend most of my childhood and adulthood in Florida. So it is, there's some things that you just learn to do. Like you learn not to play near water. Like I came back to Nebraska, everybody was near water. And I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why y'all just walking near ponds? Like, you don't just walk like on the side.
They want to be somebody's dinner.
It sounds stressful.
Stupid.
Like,
that's just stupid.
Yeah, they're wild. Like you definitely don't want to. Just weird things.
Have you seen them anacondas that be in the Florida, whatever, when they go trap them things? That ain't no joke, man. Keep going over to the swamps if you want to.
And my science teacher actually had an anaconda in the classroom because we know they're allowed to have exotic animals in Florida. In other states, they're not. I didn't know that. Like you can't even have a hedgehog here in Nebraska. Hedgehog, sugar babies, all those things you're not allowed to have. They're illegal. But in Florida, you're allowed to have whatever kind of exotic animals. And so it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's creepy. Like,
and then they complain about invasive species. I'm like, you invited these things in. You sold them at the flea market for 50 cents. What did you
a lot of times they smuggle them in too.
Yeah, and they can sell it, and it's all legal. And that's the part. We have bats that was not supposed to be there. We have we have muskrats. We have rats that's not supposed to be there. They crossbreed. We have mice that was not supposed to be there. We had the iguanas are bad, and we're dealing with these iguanas, and then like the Cuban alligators, and like how that got here. People brought them around because they were like cute little pets, and it's like we're not allowed to have pit bulls, right? No pit bulls and no Rottweiler, but you can have a Mastiff. Make that make sense.
What's that?
It don't make sense. It's a dog. It's a huge dog, and like people can't control them. They're worse than the pit bull because they're super strong. They could take off one Mastiff could take down a pack of wolves.
They're usually up in like England, Scotland. They're very, very big hunting dogs.
Oh, damn! Yeah, I see.
So they bring them to Florida, and then
with Asian people, these kind of dogs.
Yes. So they bring them in Florida. They don't get spayed and neutered, and so. And then just, grow up in Florida, that was the worst thing when somebody couldn't control their dogs. So they leave them out and loose for the whole neighborhood to deal with. So there's like, if there was 3 dogs that was blocking your way of getting home, you had to cry or take a chance and run for it to get to your front door.
You at night when you trying to get home? That's ridiculous. If I can't body slam you ain't being in my house. I need to be able to pick you up and body slam you. Other than the mate.
Right. And the iguanas are big.
You don't need to be there. That's ridiculous. This look like that dog. What's the dog movie that was killing people?
Oh yeah.
Man's best friend.
That looks like Man's Best Friend, boy.
Wait, hold on. So they would let the Mastiff just run around loose then? Like they would just let them run around loosely?
Yeah, because in Florida we have dog packs, and so if an owner could like lose their apartment and they could pass away, it's not like they collect the animals and put them asleep or donate them to a park. These things are loose, so it's not weird to see horse run around in your neighborhood, and everybody be thinking like these horses are nice. Let me tell you something. These horses are not nice. And horses eat animals, so you'll see some stuff like, wait a minute, this was on National Geographic. And they leave them out to the wild, and they're in your neighborhood doing Lord knows what. And California is great when it comes to animals. Florida is not so great because we don't require people to spay and neuter or register their pets and their dogs. It's just you see a lot of wild dogs. They've gotten better, but it's not enough for me to go back over there.
Yeah, I heard Florida's crazy. I heard Florida's it's just like anything goes type of place.
All you need is a paintball.
I know. We made it again on the news too about the nursing school. That Florida's always in the news. I don't know how we survived, Miss Polly. I don't know how we
These are
survived.
great questions. Like I think the things I know now, and I come to a place where it's more calmer. I find weird, like when girls like walk around, they don't have their cup closed, or they like have. I'm like, you don't put your cup down. You put your cup down, it's dead drink. Okay. First, I don't even drink alcohol, and I know that. I don't even drink. I've never been drunk, but I know that you don't walk around with let your cup, your hands over your cup. Like there's things like here to just so. I'm like, oh my god, like there's murderers here. Serial killers like everywhere. Like that's how you live your life. Is that everyone's trying to murder you, and then you're fine. You just realize you're just living with serial killers basically, and then you're fine. But here, no, it's not like that. You gotta be like, it's like it really relaxed. Like here, one of the things that freaked me out was when I first got back here, because like I said, I was younger. My sister was like, "Oh, these guys, they're like, it's not a big thing if guys ask you to come back to their house." And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, no, like to hang out. And they all hang out. And I was like, you just go to random gentlemen's homes. And it's true. And I thought maybe my sister was just a little carefree. But a lot of women here do that. It's like, they're like, oh, we're a small town. Everybody knows people. And I'm like, nah, bro.
Hey,
I don't do.
Hey, look. Most
not Florida.
Most serial killers are born and bred in small towns.
Right. So let's not go to the small. Yeah, I don't like that.
That's
Queen,
true.
it scared me. I was like,
look,
are you?
I lived in the area, and let's just say there were a lot of brown-skinned people, but they were not all. They were from different countries. Let's say that. So I had a Caucasian roommate in college, and she was so carefree, and they all loved her. Like blonde hair, blue eye, here she come down the street, right? So I said, look, and every time someone came up, someone said, oh, you look familiar. This is what I got. I got you Pookie baby mama? Huh? Who's Pookie? No, I ain't no damn Pookie baby mama. You so-and-so. As soon as I moved in the area. So I said to her, I said, look, if I ever feel unsafe, I'm leaving you 3 months worth of bills.
Salute, sir. Hell speaks. Salute, brother.
So when I would go to work, I worked relatively very close to my job. I could walk if I wanted to. So I would leave the house. She was like, why are you leaving? I would leave at a different time every day, and I would walk a different route, or I would catch the bus, or I would go over here. And she was like, why did I see you over there? I said, don't worry about all that. I said, no one will ever, I am not a creature of habit, and no one will ever know what time Queen leaves or where she coming from. Let's just say that. What's up, Ice Cube?
It's ice water to you.
Ice water. You right.
Nick, what up, baby?
What up?
Oh, you like that? I give that to
what
you.
You said?
Just give me. I said freezy easy, my niecey. I give you that free. You got that for free. All right.
That's what's up. I got you. I'm putting a special note by your name, so they can't blame me.
Appreciate that.
What up, Miss Polly?
Hi. How are you?
Chilling.
Yeah, that's good.
Haven't seen you in a while. You good?
Nope.
No. Why you laugh, Mr. Best? That's not funny. I got real serious.
Okay.
Well,
Troll is strong with this.
Virtual hug.
What you gonna send me?
I send you a virtual hug.
You know what? I'll take it. Okay. Mr. Best, close your eyes, okay?
Hey man, that's Mr. Hall of Fame, man. Mr. Hall of Fame got here, man. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, listen, look. No matter where you live, you never know what type of animals or wildlife you're gonna get in contact with. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know what I mean? You just got to be prepared. You know what I mean? Yeah. So look, you just
wait, Mr. Best, that includes people. You don't know what kind of psychopath you also.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. That's why YouTube people staying on YouTube. I love you. I love you over the internet.
So Vic, any what's the wildlife where you live at? What's the wildlife out there where you live at, bro?
Talking about these savages out here? They wild in the mouth.
You can talk about people or animals. I think we're talking about a little bit of both. We were talking about animals at first. So Miss Polly now talking about people. So.
Yo, dude walked up to my car last night, right? He like, yo, you want to make $20? And I was like, nope. And he was like, damn. And then I was looking down because he looked kind of off, young brother with the hoodie on. And I'm like, what kind of J's is those? I've never seen those. Then I realized he didn't have no shoes at all.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Hey, look, wow. Yo, they doing whatever out here, yo. And people was having tough times, you know what I mean? And, I'm on a fairly decent side of town because, I try to move away from the wildlife. But, yeah, man, it's tough times out here. And we put this veil of civilization on top of these animals and start acting like we better than we is when we know what we really feel inside. You know what I mean?
No, they're sugarcoated. You know they're killers. He was trying to make you do something for $20. You don't got no shoes on.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They give you $20 and they ain't got no feet.
Hey, no. Oh, okay. I see how suspect that sound. After y'all repeated it out loud. So let me clarify.
Yeah, that sound real.
Hey, look, though.
I had a lot of questions.
So look, I bang a left, right? I'm like, let me get the hell out of here, right? So I see like some other cat come out the bushes. He got a hoodie on too. I don't know if he got on shoes or not. I ain't stay to see. So
I don't want to be rude, but I think this is a gangbang situation that's about to try to help.
Whoa. See, all right. Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. Hey, look, so I hit my lights, right? Because I ain't even have my lights on yet. I hit my lights. It's like 7 police officers just walking across the parking lot in the black dark. I'm like, everybody blacked out. I'm like, what the hell they got? Because we got like military police out here. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I already know, like, if I go, burning past these dudes, it's gonna be a problem. So I roll my window down. He like, you shopping? I'm like, it's not even like a grocery store, bro. Like, yo, this is a gym. I'm a member here. He like, you seen a dude with a hoodie with no shoes on?
And I want to
looking at me.
I didn't mean that you were in any way participating in the gangbang with these gentlemen. I'm just saying rape can happen to anybody. I didn't say he was willing. I just said it sounded like a bad situation. That's all. That's all I was saying. It wasn't you.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna just listen. You know how you listening to some good music or you having a good conversation, and then you be like, "Damn, that was my exit right there."
No, you can't.
I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna take the next one. but nah. Honestly, yeah, man. I mean, as far as like I don't know if y'all talking about some real wildlife or whatever. We get lots of deers trying to tear your car up. Yeah, and then you got things that like to eat things. So. It's an ecosystem. It's a dog, eat cat, eat deer world, Just try not to get eaten out here.
I feel like you guys have a lot of snakes out there.
Not on the plane, though.
Yeah, okay.
Lord have mercy. All right, so okay,
On
so
the
let's. I got a
the
question.
cult
Oh,
classic,
go
Snake
ahead,
on
Sam.
Planes.
Go ahead, Sam. My bad.
No, I said that's the cult classic, Snakes on the Plane. The movie.
Black Snake
The
Moan.
classic.
Oh, yo, that movie was crazy. Both of them movies was crazy.
Wow.
Both of them movies was crazy.
Sam don't mind, yo. He'll do it.
For different reasons, those movies was crazy. For different reasons. But and salute to Samuel for both of them movies, man. He kind of did a thing on both of them joints. But yeah. So okay, what about close encounters? Y'all ever had any close encounters with animals? Like some real close encounters where you was like, yo, it almost happened today.
Yes, that's dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, like I said, like I live near the corn, like literally, like near the corn. So a whole bunch of stuff that's out here. Like I've walked by with my partners to our house, and all of a sudden, like we just hear we stopped and we were talking to each other like outside, and all of a sudden we just hear like this growling, and we're like, "Yep," and then we just all just start walking towards the door. We're like, "F it." We knew what it was. And I think it was a coyote, but still, I feel some kind of way. We just got the hell out of there. We didn't ask no question. It was really, really close to us. It's like right near this like dense area that's right next to us. So it was creepy. I was like, I gotta go. We're good. We're real good.
Yeah, for me, there's been several. California. Some of the neighbors, they're not people of color, they're white. To put out there so we get a frame of reference. They were feeding something with like a raw chicken. And they're going like, "Here, kitty." I'm like, "What you doing feeding that big, a cat, a little, that big old chicken? Like, this raw chicken's like a thigh bone, right?" I get a little bit closer. The thing looked like an Ewok. Look at an old Ewok. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a bobcat. Oh, hell no. I just went back to my car. And ever since then, in this neighborhood, I don't leave my house unless I'm in the car. I'm not doing no walks, not doing none of that stuff. I ain't doing none of that. Because they feeding these animals. We got wild turkeys. They getting them bird food. And I'm like, you don't need to feed that thing. And then I had a neighbor who's like, "Hey, you want to see my puppy?" I was just like, he got kids. They were all excited. And I look in the box and I'm like, this is not a dog. I don't want that thing smelling me. This is not a dog. I don't know what it was. Wolf, coyote, whatever, but I knew it wasn't a dog. It wasn't a normal looking puppy. I don't care if nobody tells me. It's like, no, you know what puppies look like. This wasn't it. This was not it. And I'm like, I told him like, hey, you might want to call the animal shelter because this is not a dog. And, somebody at his job sold it to him. I'm like, I don't care who sold it to you. Get your money back. That's not a dog. Get this thing out your house.
And, my grandma, my grandma was feeding a bobcat for like a good 3 months. And one day she's like, look, it's right there. And I was like, Mom, I call my grandma Mom. I was like, Mom, that is not a bobcat. I'm like, Mom, it's not a cat. That's a bobcat. She goes, but he doesn't really have a long tail. It got cut off. I said, no, that's not what that is.
Yeah, they look like they look cute. People are like, oh my God, they look cute. And I'm just like, no, that thing lift like 350 cents on its own. Like it got a membership at 24 Hour Fitness.
Yes,
leave that thing. Have you seen the other cats come around it? No. Okay, that's not a cat.
Right. She's out here feeding it like tuna and stuff. I was like, Mom, that is not. Please stop feeding that. That is not what you think it is. She's like, that's no, it's fine. I was like, no, it's not. It was not good.
Yes. And before any person come on here and say, this is how God made us with Adam and the Garden of Eden. Okay, look, I'm in the year 2023. I don't like animals like that. I need you to be in the zoo or somebody else's house. I don't want no part of it. If I'm in heaven, I don't want no animals around me. I'm like, keep that stuff over there.
Wow.
You gotta plug in, man. You got to plug
Hey,
in. They can smell.
man,
They can
look,
smell
growing
that.
up in Florida, all the animals trying to attack you. I come to California, they trying to invade. I don't like animals like that. I like them as cartoons. I like you in the zoo, but I
Why
don't
you
want to
don't
be
like
next to
them?
you. I don't like them like that.
Like,
Nope.
do you fear them or you just dislike them? There's two different things.
They're gonna eat you. That's it. They're gonna eat you. Everybody got little pet cats. Everybody think little cats are cute, but then when you find out the stuff, like nobody knows when somebody's dead and they left alone because the cats are eating a dead body. Yes, because they don't eat you food. There's no reason cats should be domesticated. They don't do nothing for us.
So how does man then have dominion over the earth?
And there you go again. That's great. See, that's man back then. I'm the man now. I don't want it. Just kill
See,
it. Put it somewhere else.
that mean you missing something. That mean you disconnected, brother.
Kill it, eat it. I don't want no parts of it. I don't
You
want
said where? You said where to eat it?
Kill it, eat it, wear it, eat. I don't want no part of it. Call Peter on me. I don't care. I don't want no parts of them. Separate us. I don't want to go no ocean. I don't want to see no dolphins, no whales. Just stay over there.
What?
Just put a gate up. Just
you anti-Peter.
I don't want them. I just don't care for none of it. I don't.
You ain't got no pets. You ain't got no goldfish, cuz.
Nope, don't want that either. That thing come out the water too. Nope, I'm good. Next thing I got legs. I don't want no parts.
Damn, not Nemo. Not Nemo.
Watch it down, call it.
Okay, I was gonna let you guys. I'm gonna dip out. You know, my partner just had surgery on his face, so I'm gonna go tend to him and his knees. So,
all right, Miss Polly.
Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. It was a good show.
I'm about to close out anyway.
All right,
because I know you and them three, y'all was leading the show, so I'm about to close out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all, look, thank y'all for tuning in Knowledge and Relationships, y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all know what time it is, man. Hit that like and subscribe. Oh, go ahead, Vic. I'm sorry.
Hey, Bess, before you go, right? Because y'all was having a odd conversation before I came up, so I just thought I'd get in where I fit in. But since we on the subject, right? So I used to do like Uber Eats or whatnot, and I know a lot of people do that for their food. So like what I've seen a lot out here in the A is coyotes, right? And they be lurking in people's neighborhoods at night. And when you get your food order, they be lurking. So when you go to get your food or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Watch yourself. Real tough.
Man,
no punchline.
Them coyotes is real.
Hey, Victor.
Yeah.
Stop eating those people's fries, okay?
Hey, listen.
You damn should be doing that.
You got a 10% return fee, okay, for the drivers, okay? You will never miss them fries at the bottom of the bag, okay? You were gonna eat them no way.
Now I want to give a shout out to my homie Rush. Rush, what's going on? Miss Polly, I know you have to go. I'm gonna stay live a little bit longer since we got Rush up here. We got some more people coming through. Rush, what's good, baby? So we talking about close encounters with animals. Rush, you ever had any close encounters?
I got chased by this Doberman Pinscher when I was like 17.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you get the rabies shots?
Well, I didn't get bit. I got away.
That's good. That's good.
Wait, how did this even happen, Rush?
I was walking down the block, and I guess this dude, he didn't lock his dog up, which is the Doberman Pinscher, and it saw me in the middle of the street, so it started chasing me. I had to hop 3 fences to get away from it, but the shit was just right behind me. That shit got crazy ups, nigga. You know what I mean?
It had Jordan ups.
Yeah, man. Shit was like, yo, and every time I heard the the Doberman picture drop, it's like it's light on his feet. You can hear like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, the pads of their paws and the little click of their nails is like, poof, and
Yep. I'm like, damn, this shit's still right behind me.
Dang, it was mad graceful, huh?
Yeah. Graceful, but it's deadly though.
Politely on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the owners. The owners come around like, oh, he's just playing with you. Yeah, like a rabbit. Like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We don't play them games.
I'm not.
I don't go nowhere without something to do some damage. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep something on you. Women, men, it don't matter. You don't know what you're gonna encounter. An animal or one on two legs. You know what I'm saying? Either way, stay ready.
Say that again. Them two-legged animals are worse, man.
Okay, they everywhere.
Hey, look. I had a close encounter on the train one night. I was with my best friend. We was coming from the club, and these dudes ran on the train, and they looked like they was running from something up to no good because they ran in and they dropped down. So I was like, yeah, they hiding from the cops or somebody. So I said, give me the purse. She gave me the backpack. She had a little portable curling iron. I said, click, click. And it had like a plastic thing over it that didn't touch it. So the actual curling iron part was heating up. So you would never know until I pulled. So I had my hand in the purse, one on the top, one on the bottom. I said, okay, if they come over here, I can slap one with one. When he grab it, he gonna burn his hand, so you're gonna have to jump up from the top. So I was like, we gotta do this. We gotta be synchronized swimmers up in this bitch. So yeah, so they looked that up. They said, what's up? I said, what's up? And they kept moving. I sure had that. I said, click, click, give it to me. Don't play with me. We would stash it when we went to the club, and then I would be like, okay, I'll meet you at the corner. I'm gonna go get it, and go on the train home. But yeah, so that was that's when my close encounter. But the dog pack, I had there was a bunch of dogs that it seemed like they met up in the morning for coffee. It'd be like 5 or 6 of them always in my neighborhood. And they was running one day. And I guess they had one in there that was having a bad day because he looked rough, one of the dogs. And they saw me and they started running and barking. And my dog came out of nowhere. I was like, Daddy! I was screaming, running down the block. My dog heard me. Because I was on the corner of the block. I guess my dog broke out of the yard or wherever my dad had him tied up to. And he came, man. I was like, my dog was my superhero. That dog came running out of nowhere.
Okay.
I was like, thank you. Yeah, so that was my superhero.
Yeah, I just wish that people with animals would have a better control of the animals, or the city take control of certain animals. Like the boars, right? We have boars in the city now, right? Because people thought these pigs were cute animals, and people don't know pigs could turn into boars, which is it's like a Pokemon in front of you. It was a cute little jiggly pig, and now it's a big old dragon. Right? So people are like, I want a pet pig. I read a little kid's book, and I want a pet pig. I'm like, are you sure? Because pigs are not nice. I just want, my father's a farmer. That's how I know about the animals. Them animals are not that great. So a pig, you leave it out in the wild, it has to defend itself. Next thing you know, got little spike hairs, big giant tusk. And then
It's Pumbaa. Simone, which one?
Yes.
It's Pumbaa.
But Pumbaa meets what you call that, Tasmanian devil. And next thing, and then and they're running around the cities, and I be telling people man, if you guys don't get a grasp of this stuff, it's worse because they breed like rabbits.
Yo, they got an amnesty day in Florida, right? And they do it every year, basically almost like, you know how you used to they say you could turn in your guns and you ain't got to worry about going to jail or nothing like that. They got something like that for like wild exotic animals that you ain't supposed to have here in America. And
see, Mr. 84, I told you.
Like, because the problem is people just be turning them loose, like you say, and then they'll take over ecosystem because they're not native and they be like, you know what I mean? The natural animals in your area don't know how to deal with them. That's how them pythons got out of control in Florida.
And they crossbreed now. Python are crossbreeding with the other snakes, and now the snakes could fly. And it's like snakes can now swim, but they're not supposed to swim.
That's how they got on the plane, bro.
Them snakes gonna start walking in a minute.
Yeah, because normally snakes attack other snakes, but now the snakes is like, let's get it on.
Oh shit!
Lord have mercy.
And that's the same thing with the massives, right? Because everybody got a little massive, and people don't like a massive. Not against massives. I love massives, right? And the other one, the most thief. That's the one Queen was talking about in China. But those dogs, they don't have chains. I mean, they don't have like a leash. They need big giant chains. And here's the owner who's like $125, cannot walk.
You know what? Yo, you said something when you said that part. I cannot stand when the dog is bigger than the person that I'm holding. I'm like, I already know you don't got it. I know for a fact you don't got it. Like, nah, he don't. Nah, don't tell me what he don't do. You tell me what you ain't seen him do. He do what he want.
Oh shit!
And they dragging the owner like through like the streets, and the owner is screaming for help, but nobody's gonna help with that thing. That thing looks like a big giant bear. Like standing on his hind leg is 7 foot tall. It's taller than me. I don't know if you guys remember Sesame Street when they had Grover, the big giant dog, the size of almost like his Big Bird. Long time ago. It's like that. Like it's this big. It's like this big giant dog. Oh, so again. And then that dog gets loose, and then the dog's in heat. So whatever dog you got is now going to be breeding these massive babies, and it makes no sense, right? Mr. Freeze makes no sense because he's not even allowed to have a pit bull in Florida. They shoot pit bulls the minute that goes in there, unless you have a note or something. But you can't have a pit bull, you can't have a Rottweiler in Florida.
Wow.
But you can have Mr.
You can have Mr. Tiger King. License for it. You got to get a special license to get the pit bull.
Yep. See, but not for anything else. Can you come in with a hyena from Africa and you bring that in, and then we got the monkeys off of Key West.
They got monkeys. What?
Yeah, remember we used to have that thing called Monkey Jungle, and I guess during the hurricane it got bad and all the monkeys got loose, and now they're just wild in Florida. Yeah, we got some stuff. Killer parakeets from Parrot Jungle.
Yeah, they do that. You heard about your man in Ohio? It maybe happened like maybe a couple of years ago. And he was an older man, and he had like all of these big cats, and he had like wolves and shit, and he had them all on his big property or whatnot. But he was dying, and he like, I can't take care of them no more, and they gonna die if I keep them here because ain't nobody gonna feed them. So he just let them loose. That motherfucker seen lions at the stop sign and shit. Like, what if you just at the stop sign in your neighborhood and there's a lion just sitting there looking at you like, what's up with you, nigga?
Yeah,
wait, killer parakeets?
Yeah, because we used to have this thing called Parrot Jungle, and it was like all these wild birds, and it was a really good park. But then what we don't talk about is like when hurricanes hit and the animals are loose, they don't know how to catch them after that. It's not like they clip the wings or anything. It's like they're now loose. So in Florida, they travel in packs. We used to have blue jays and other native birds that's been killed off in Florida because of these other birds that's now taking over. So we used to have killer parakeets. That's what we call them because they were gangster. They were just in herds. They were just coming in, just killing everything.
Dang.
What up, Quantum?
So-
You might as well hit the link.
Oh, don't say that part. The alligators. Now we got a Cuban alligator because somebody brought over from Cuba. Like, I brought some eggs from Cuba.
Oh wow, there's some eggs all right.
Every time I see Jurassic Park, only thing I can say is that's Florida.
Oh wow.
Every time I see Jurassic Park the movie, this is Florida.
Wasn't that Tiger King out there too?
Yes. Yes. Because you can have that. You can have a pet bear. We have bears that's not supposed to be there. We have grizzlies. Florida only supposed to have black bears. We have grizzlies and we have grizzly mix with black bears.
What?
Yes.
And you want
So-
somebody wanted to move to Florida.
I don't know who that was.
Let me tell you something about Florida.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Florida is its own country, yo. You don't want no smoke.
Yeah, that's true. It's when somebody say like, Stanley, have you been to Puerto Rico? I haven't been to Florida since 2019. Have you been to Haiti? I haven't been to Florida since 2019. Have you gone to Jamaica? I haven't been to Florida 2019. Have you been to third world country? I haven't been to Florida since 2019. Florida is its own. Florida is not America. Florida by itself is. I'm amazed how I even survived growing up there. We're always on the news, and I question Florida a lot. Cause we used to have the saying, if you make it home by 7 o'clock at night, you're safe. Now I got it.
Wow.
It's like it's a hell mound. It's like, my God, we grew up with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's been like
not Buffy the Vampire.
Yo, that's crazy.
No, other weird stuff is happening in Florida. You get harvests. Like people like get missing organs. Like that stuff is real.
Missing organs? What?
Yeah.
From the backroom surgeries.
Or from the nightclubs. Like people drinking drinks they're not supposed to, and they're just happy. And then next thing you know, stuff is missing.
Oh wow.
And from the surgery, like Free said, like there's a bunch of stuff that happens in Florida. And then you find out about the school, the 3 schools today that gave out fake nursing degrees.
Oh wow.
So they passed the test for the nursing board. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 7,000 students. It's only costing $15,000. And so they're on the nursing board and everything from these schools. I mean, it's Florida. I don't know what to tell you. Florida is not United States.
Dang, is that crazy over there? Jeez.
It's always crazy.
Nah, it's extra over there.
And I'm out.
Yeah, when people say they want to go clubbing, I'm like, okay, are we going clubbing with locals or are you going clubbing with tourists? If you're going clubbing with tourists, there's a chance you might come back. Because tourists like the cocaine. Locals do weed. We ain't trying to do all this crazy stuff. Tourists is like,
oh hell no. You can't say that, Stanley. You know how them Florida boys get down. They always putting a little something extra in them roll ups. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, if they go on to Wet Willies, and next thing you know, you wet.
Oh, shit. Mr. Bass, what in the world? I always say that.
It's crazy to me. I never heard that like this.
Yeah, Florida, where Latinos people think that you don't exist only for work. You feel like you're part of Fraggle Rock. Because they don't meet you with eye contact. They just pass you by like you're invisible until something bad happened to them or towards them, and then you there. Help me, please. And it's like, I don't know you. You ignore me. Yeah, it's different. It's the racism there is real. Everything there is real. The animals is real. They still lynch. It's not. It's not progressive.
I'm cool.
It came a long way, but as always, Florida's a weird state. It's weird.
I'm going to Canada.
You got to get your passport.
I got it already.
Oh, so you a passport sis now, huh?
Always been a passport baby. Don't play yourself. I've been traveling since the baby with my parents.
See? That's good.
Always.
Wait, are all parts of Florida the same?
They're all crazy. They're different crazy. They're different crazy. But it's all because you also have the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, which is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like the Tampa side. So you have the one that's Atlantic Ocean, and the other one is like the Mexico, Gulf, Florida, Texas side. But it's different in a sense. I don't know, Freeze, help me out on this one. They're more not cook. They're more white bread. Am I wrong for saying that?
Talking about the West Side?
Yeah. You know, that they're kind of, they're not hip. They're just very, okay, in California terms, they'll be like, well, I'm looking for what area I could think of that's more like them.
Like squares in a sense?
Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
And nothing against Berkeley, but you know how Berkeley always bite on Oakland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that. So the West always bite on the East, but it's the West. So it's not like you're on the West side. So you're not like by any island. You're on the Gulf. You're not, nobody really going to the West. Like it's just the West side. There's nothing there. There's no real islands there. The East, you got Key West, Florida. That by itself, that's something crazy. Then you got the other islands.
You know what they always talking about? West fucking Palm. Every nigga I ever met from West Palm was with the dumb shit for sure. Like for sure, girls, guys, white, black, don't matter. I think they don't make nothing but smoke machines out there.
Wow.
Yeah, West Palm Beach is up north. It's not Broward County. It's its own district. And then again, Florida used to be this place for senior citizens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So West Palm was the biggest senior citizen residential place ever. So if you were black, it was if you're black in that town, it's either because your mother works there or your father worked there. You're not gonna stay there long. You have a 5 p.m. curfew, you get out. Because they were seniors and they were not having it. So, and that's how I remember it. It was like even South Beach. South Beach was all seniors.
Not no more.
Oh, no. Not since the 90s, since Prince and Madonna owned nightclubs there, they changed it. But when people were coming down for spring break, that would normally be downtown Miami. Yep. Or Fort Lauderdale. But it wasn't, or Deerfield Beach was for the black people. Before there was a Freaknik. There was Deerfield Beach for spring break. Because we didn't take the same spring break that the white kids did. Because like we didn't need no tan. Like we didn't need to go.
Wow.
Am I lying? It was a different spring break. We didn't do their spring break. They were always at the beach. We didn't do that stuff. And that's why I think like that's how Freaknik was popular, because we'll just go up north to Atlanta, and that was spring break for all the black kids.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for
they had girls going wild down there. Okay, who's going out there? In Florida.
Florida had girls going. Black Spring, yes, that was girls gone wild. And I hate to say this for Florida, for Black Spring Breakers, it was Jake Steve's Hoes and Flows in Mr. Marcus' neighborhood.
This nigga said Jake Steve. Oh, he took it back.
What in the world is going on?
Hey, only the real ones know who Jake Steed is.
Cause he's the one who come on spring break. Now I'm not gonna get in trouble. I know my father's gonna give me a spanking again. I was only 17 and I wasn't supposed to be there, and I'm not on nobody's film because I was only a minor, and I went there with my cousins. So this is all on him. But I got caught. I got caught because I came back with a T-shirt that said "I got crabs from Freaknik."
Hey, look! Everybody snuck out. Everybody snuck out. Ain't had no business out there. You know, but
no.
Ain't nothing but breasts and thighs. Okay, you need me to get a 6-piece and a biscuit and get the hell out of there. Hey.
But Mr. Bestowar, you gotta understand, like it was like the road trip, and your cousins was taking you, so you was in good hands. And
not really.
I mean, you couldn't go to no club.
You felt like it. You felt like it, though.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my God, I'm with these grown people doing grown things, right? And then like the traffic was so bad that everybody used to put the station on V103, and we'll put the same music and start dancing on because the freeway was stuck.
Hey, just get out the car, yo. It's whatever.
And start dancing and start getting numbers. Everybody was getting numbers. That's when people used to talk to each other. Like, you meet a girl, you see her, you're like, oh, okay, what's up? And I remember I was like 17, and I met a girl who was 25, and I had to lie. Like, yeah, I ain't got no ID. I'm at FIU. Just lying, Florida International University. I'm just lying and just, trying to meet girls because I'm 17. I can't go nowhere. But I got that T-shirt and that spanking later.
Hey, look, bro. I was probably about 14, 15, right? And my older cousins, they snuck me into this lingerie party, right? Hey, listen, man. Hey, I told my cousin, I said, hey, yo, pass me my cup right there. She passed me my cup. She's like, God damn, what you got, gasoline in this one? They let me pour my own drink. Everybody, I'm a straight liquor there.
I never like enjoying it. It's sad, you over here pouring drinks thinking like it's like 7-Eleven Slurpee machines. Like, okay, this one's blue, this one's brown.
I done made the worst. I done hit everything in one. Hey, look, man. I was talking to a grown woman, man. She just laughing. She like, really, nigga? Like, I already know. Like, oh, yo, fuck, yo. I'm about to pull this in my mind.
You got little facial hair. You're like, you know what? We're going to go in. I watched enough movies. It was like a black house party. I don't describe it to people because it's weird how stuff is now. There's no, what's what I'm looking for? Not coming of age, but more of rites of passage.
Yeah,
because you're going into manhood, and it's like and they're watching you fall, right? You just you just straight up floundering around, and they just watching you. And now I say that was the best thing about it because you was just. You're smelling yourself, you was humble at the same time, they uplift you, they put you down. I mean, all this will make a great movie. All this will make a great movie because we all knew like places not to go. If you've seen Jake the Steed or Mr. Marcus, don't go in there because they're filming. And it's like, you're too young to go in there. And you just have to go somewhere else.
Nah, they ain't let me in them parties.
No, we couldn't go. And the ID was important. But this one, Atlanta was like Atlanta. Atlanta was like, people drove around and they left the keys in their car running. It's like, whoa, nobody gonna rob you? Being from Dade County, I mean, it's like, man, nobody's gonna like people actually leave these cars. No, I don't wanna steal nothing because that's another state. And that's what people used to get scared. You don't go to another state because this is the part where, I hate to say this, where white cops will say something like, this is an N-word that's not ours. You shouldn't be here. And so like you have to be careful visiting other states. Things are different, but you know, back in the day, you just didn't want to cause trouble. We still have to deal with what's that guy called? Rodney King. We had like, you know, the backlash after Rodney King. And speaking of which, Mr. Best in the World, you ready for this? All right, so I went to summer camp. I'm not privileged. I was blessed with opportunities as a child. So just in case, Mr. Greg, I let people know I ain't got no money. But I was blessed with opportunities as a child. Don't ask me for no loans.
I can feel that though. I can feel that.
So there's a campground called Swan Lake. It's in Florida. It's very north. It's 2 hours from Gainesville. So we were like the only black kids there with some other black kid that was there. His name was Rodney. And he was in this cabin with all white guys in there, right? And so they always call him Rodney King.
No, man.
And he used to run to our cabin screaming for help. He's like, the white man is after me.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
But you know, it was a cabin war because like he wasn't in our cabin. So we hey, what's going on? We were limited because, you know, when you're your cabin mates, what happened in your cabin happens in your cabin. That's it. You got to take it and suck it up. And they're like, he's like, why they leave me with all these white guys? And so his name was like Rodney King. And they used to beat him up with pillows all the time.
That is so sick.
That's crazy.
Hilarious all at the same time.
But sometimes we'll tell them like, hey, that's enough, guys. But you know, again, the rules, what happened in your cabins happened in your cabin, so we can't do too much. But then when they close that door, he's like, help me.
Help me, please.
Everybody's cracking up, yo.
But that's how, and it was a weird place because you met other kids from other counties, and then, you know, I'm from South Florida, and I was already on Algebra 2 trigonometry honors, right? And you talk to some other kid, and they're like, man, that's high math. And I was like, what you say? That's high math. And they were like very southern. So they're from the country. And then you hear like the cooks talking. They're like, oh yeah, we got to get Gertrude away from Edith. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? And it was a cow jumping on the pig, and it was like this weird. It was the weird 2 weeks I had to stay, but it was fun. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. When you discover America, it's like it's good to be home. I always tell people like, yeah, you might be ungrateful about your home place, and then you go visit. Like going to Mississippi and seeing what an outhouse is.
Oh, hell no.
And then having to go pee to an outhouse, you like, no, I can hold it.
Yeah, that part.
Now,
my grandma used to have one out there.
My great grandma had one.
Yes. And we all know how those makeshift houses are. You're in the living room, they like go down the hall, and it's like you walking 3 feet down. Come back up one. But you know, they make their houses based on the hurricanes. They pick up the plywoods and just start making stuff happen. Ingenuity, right?
Right.
But man, when I made it back home to a flushing toilet, oh yes.
Man. You're like, man, I'm back in civilization. I feel you.
And I never
So how many, what modern convenience could you not do without?
I can't do without none of them. I'm gonna be
Facts.
I'm not entertaining it. I need my central heating and cooling. I already lived through that.
What if they said? What if they said? Sorry guys, we fresh out of toilet paper. Ain't gonna be no more toilet paper. You gotta get it how you live.
I'm ready to meet Jesus. I'm ready to meet Jesus.
He gonna hang it up. No more cottonelle. I'm hanging it up.
I'm ready. I'm not trying to do no duvet. And everybody like, oh yeah, do a duvet. And I'm like, okay, if you wash your ass, then how do you wipe it afterwards? You have to dry it, right? So.
Hey, that's a fair question, yo. That's a fair question. Never been an active participant.
I've never used one of those things, and I never will. I'm good.
No, wipes,
I'm cool.
The wipes are different. I like the wipes. I'll do wipes.
Oh, okay. Wait. This might be a pausable moment. All right. Do you lose any gangster credibility if you use dude wipes?
No.
I mean,
no.
Nah, man. TMI on all that, man. Nah, I'm good.
No, and you know why? And you know why you can't lose? Because you know what? You upgraded. You are up there. You're getting up there with what's his name? Master P. You are now a step closer of getting the golden bathroom.
Oh, okay. Is that what we working towards? All right.
So we moving on up.
Yeah.
You know, I went from the Scots to the Charmin to Nail, now to the wipes. I'm moving on up.
Listen, bro. I listen. I don't know how I operated in life without them before.
See,
like any dude, female who say they don't participate, it make me look at them sideways like, I bet y'all like
you're not clean. You're not clean. You're really not clean. You're not clean.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, yo.
No. I had one girl, she came by my house and she's like, no. I'm like, okay, I just want you to know something. And she's like, what's that? When you go use the restroom, I have put to the side for any of the ladies pads or tampon just in case the flow hits you. You ain't got nothing on you. That's number one. Number two, I do have baby wipes. And I do have wipes that you can flush down the toilets, don't flush the baby wipes. And I do have sanitation wipes just in case you want to wipe down the counter. She said, oh my God, you care about ladies. And I'm like, yeah, I know, sanitation, pH balance. I got you.
You got a satin pillowcase?
What are you, a gigolo or something? I mean, what is this? What the hell?
Hey, Stan, you got the satin pillowcase?
Got that just in case you didn't bring your satin bonnet. Yep. I got extra bonnets. I'll put that to the side just in case you want to stay over for the weekend.
Oh, okay. I see how you doing it. Okay. I see how you doing it. Okay.
I got the towels. I got the towels section off. I got towels that have been used with just vinegar. No softener, and I have the softener towels. So I have things lined up.
Goddamn, Stan.
But you gotta leave on Monday. You gotta leave on.
Okay. He said, "Hey, don't let the sun hit your ass."
Thank you for visiting La Casa Joseph.
You need to come on. That's exactly why I said you need to come on.
Well, how much?
You cannot stay here.
What'd you say?
You can't stay here. Thank you for visiting. You had a great experience.
You left him in the chats.
Well, with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna close out the stream. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in on Relationships. Love all y'all, man. You know what I mean? Let me drop that outro. You know what I'm saying? With that, you know what I mean? We'll see y'all. We got some great stuff cooking up for y'all. Tune in. You know what I mean? Tune into Non-Relationship Intellectual SoapBox. All the different stations, all the different networks, man, that y'all see. You know what I mean? It'd be unfair to me to not let, Rush and Victor, not plug their stuff. So go ahead, y'all. Y'all definitely can plug in. Rush, you can plug yours. Vic, you can plug yours. Go ahead, y'all.
All right, Stan Transformation. You can find me on IG at Stan Transformation, and that's it.
Okay.
Yo, this Victor Freeze Music. You find me at Victor Freeze Music. All one word. You know. Appreciate my brothers over here at Knowledge and Relationship. Proud of y'all. You know, I had to stop through for 2023 and just check y'all out in the neighborhood. You know, I'll be lurking. Okay. Watching the watches. You understand me? But I had to pop through today. Appreciate everybody. Queen Forever. My friend. Everybody stay up.
Salute. Rush, you still there, bro? Rush. Man, Rush is out. But yeah, y'all. No, not you.
Stay tuned.
Not you.
Stay tuned for the Queen Show coming through.
Not you.
2023 year. Come show your sister some support. Yeah. But don't come on my show with no buffoonery, because that's not what we do there. Okay?
Also salute his party line. Good to see you, his party line. Salute. But yeah, man, let me close this out, man. You know what I mean? For Queen start again. Let me get out of here. Where them 3 in the dogs at? I need them 3 in the dogs. But yeah, later, y'all. Good night, y'all. Like and subscribe.
Knowledge and relationships.